Yo, what's up everybody? How's it going? The new Dota patch just came out and we're gonna go through it. Now, usually what I do is I make a weirdness off video, right? Where I have this nice prepared thing and we just kind of tackle everything that's new. Now, considering this patch that they just released is pretty much exclusively new things, right? This patch is pretty much only about one thing, which is these Aghanim's shards, which you can buy for 1400 gold. You get them at 20 minutes into the game, and then they give every single hero in the game an upgrade to their abilities. That's just not gonna work for this. It's just not gonna happen. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna go through it kind of in a more long format where we just look at everything, kind of crash our way through it, and try to cover as much as possible, right? That's gonna be the plan today. Now, for most of this, what we're actually just going to do though, is we will just hang out in the client, in the testing menu, right, or in the demo setup here, and we'll just tackle things from here. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're gonna load into a match right here. We've got ourselves our Medusa. And then you can see here in the upgrades menu what the new items are. Now, there is one new basic item, which is, well, there's the Aghanim's shard, of course. But more importantly, way more importantly, there's a fluffy hat. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the fluffy hat. All right. I don't really have a fluffy hat right here. I do have a cat, although she isn't even that fluffy either. Maybe next time they should add a fluffy cat. Anyway. We are playing Medusa, and we're gonna have a look at all of the fun new things in terms of items first. We're gonna do items first because I think, generally speaking, items are more likely to impact heroes than the heroes are to impact each other. Does that make sense? Where adding a single new item might impact 20, 30, 50 new heroes, or like 50 of the heroes, while adding while adding a new hero will really only impact that one hero. Or changing a hero really only impacts that one hero. On that note, I'm not going to be talking about the new hero right now. This is just we're not going to do that right now. Because frankly speaking, that's going to need its own video. We're going to do that then. But right now, we're just going to do everything else. Now, there haven't really been any major general changes to the game. So we're also going to just pretend that doesn't exist. Fun fact, I only realized this right now. Valve has actually managed to bug their own game so far that even in the demo state it says 0 kills to -1 kills. That is impressive. Cool. So, we have a fluffy hat, and going forward, let's have a look. Orb of Corrosion. So this is one of the new kind of like lower cost items. It uses Orb of Venom, Blightstone, and a fluffy hat, which gives you 150 health. And deals 3 damage per second, reducing armor by 3 and slowing movement speed by 13% if the equipped hero is melee, or by 4% if they are ranged. So it's just kind of like an early game tool. It's actually kind of a juicy early game tool, I have to say. I mean, this is a nice combination for kind of like ganking and shit. And yeah, some stats. I feel like it's kind of very clearly implied here that you shouldn't really buy this on ranged hero, right? Buy this on the melee hero. Buy this on Undying, right? This item just kind of screams Undying to me. Or Earth Spirit or somebody like that, right? That's, I think, the intent here. Then they added Aquila back into the game. So this is Falcon Blight. It uses a fluffy hat, which very important. Sage's Mask, Blades of Attack, and Recipe. Costs 1,100 gold in total. And gives you 150 health, 1.6 mana regen, and 10 damage. That's just Aquila. That's just added Aquila back in. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Right, I think this is just kind of like a more universally applicable Aquila, and that's probably the intent here. So like, here's one of the things about Aquila when it existed. Aquila was a really kind of like nice item. A lot of people enjoyed using it, but it had the problem of just being locked into agility, right? You often felt like you were playing at a disadvantage for not playing an agility hero because you don't get to use Aquila, right? If I'm playing Sven, why would I play Sven if I can play Luna instead? Because Luna gets to use Aquila. And that may sound silly, but it really was that simple. And so to me, this actually kind of makes a bit of sense, kind of adding in Falcon Blade again as a more neutral item, right? Basically saying this is going to be an Aquila that is available on every hero, right? You can buy this if you're strength, if you're int, it doesn't really matter, but it pretty much serves the same purpose as Aquila, which is a bit of stats, right? A bit of survivability, a bit of damage, and mostly the mana regen. That's what made Aquila good, right? Aquila was good because it just gave you a little bit of everything and then a good chunk of mana. And so, yeah. Overall, this item seems very, very good. I have to say. Anyway, I think that's it for the cheapest stuff. So then we go to the Witch Blade. So it causes your next attack to apply a poison for 3 seconds, slowing by 25% and dealing 1 times the intelligence's damage every second. And it has a bunch of nice stats, mostly the stats given by Blitz Knuckles, Robe of the Magi, and Chainmail. So it gives you, well, actually it kind of like gives you a bunch more intelligence and armor, which is kind of nice. And 300 projectile speed, so your attack comes out quicker. Which is kind of a weird one that this is something they're handing out now. But I look at this. This right here, so it's got a cooldown. I got 9-second cooldown, which is actually pretty chunky. But you hit with this, and that's like 150 damage. I think it's actually kind of good. that seems really kind of actually quite solid. Right, and my hero doesn't really have any items right now, like nothing that boosts my intelligence. I only have a Witch Blade. Yes, 2,600 gold is kind of chunky, but it's not really like in a way that you can actually get there, right? So this seems like something that you might want to use on Silencer and shit. That seems good. We've got Eternal Shroud, 20% magic resistance, 8.5 HP regen, spell life steal for both. And then it has an active component. This builds out of Voodoo Mask and Hood of Defiance. I really need to start deciding whether or not we're doing the components first or we're doing the the effects first. Let's do the components first, okay? And yeah, so it creates a spell shield that absorbs up to 400 magical damage, converting damage taken into mana. So this is mostly why we're playing Medusa right now, because I wanted to see how this works out. So I can activate this, right? And now I have this Eternal Shroud going on. Let me go ahead and create Hero Zeus enemy. Oh, I wanted 3 spells. Oops. Create Hero Zeus enemy. So there we go. And then we level bots 30. So our Zeus kind of goes hard now. Alright. Probably need to activate the mana shield first. Wow, Medusa, you're not taking any damage. Then you activate this. Yeah, this seems kind of nice, actually. I mean, I don't know. Kind of hard to see a little bit. Kind of a little hard to see, but I think you get the basic idea. I don't know. It seems fine. It seems fine. It seems mostly like a cheap way to get spell lifesteal for heroes that might get use out of that. Alright, this seems like an item that might be good for Bristleback. But anyway. Gleipnir. So, this one is juicy. So, it builds out of a Maelstrom, which Maelstrom, of course, has Mithril Javelin build-up, which is such a nice build-up. And then it builds out of Rod of Atos, which has Staff of Wizardry, Crown, and Recipe build-up, which is also just so good. And then just a recipe. This item is so freaking juicy, because it builds out of such nice other items. Then it gives you, like, pretty decent stats, right? Nothing crazy there, but that's fine. And then it has an active effect. Roots all enemies in a target 450 radius for 2 seconds and deals 220 damage. Range 1100. The range on this is massive, right? Like, I mean, like, look at this. It also got a huge AoE and comes out quite quickly. This item is scary. I am scared. I don't know if you guys are scared, but I'm a little scared about this item, or in regards to this item. Like, you can throw it like that. Does that hit if I don't have vision? Oh, it seems to. Wait, let me try this. I don't have vision right now. Oh, it hits through Fog of War. Wow, okay. Well, that makes it even better. Whew. Alright, then. This is a very scary, powerful item, I think. It seems like a team fighting spell in of itself. You know, it feels like a big AoE team fighting spell. Does it hit invisibility? Good question. Give bots... Lofar? Item. Is this what it's called? No. Give bots, item.  Alright, that works, I guess. There you go. Alright. Lucille is invisible. Alright, I'm starting to see a problem with my strategy. Where is my gem? Okay, Lucille has 600 HP right now. Drop this. Oh yeah, it hits for Invis. Wow. Whew, that's juicy. Okay, so this strikes me as a really good item. This strikes me really powerful. Huge AoE, huge range, hits through Invis and Fog of War. Alright, you can just snatch people up with it. And just the world's most beautiful build-up. So yeah. Let me go ahead and give Lucille something. Item. Alright. Here you go, Lucille. Then, next up, we have the Wind Waker. Sweeps the target unit up into a cyclone, making them invulnerable. Oh my god, I already know where this is going. Making them invulnerable for 2.5 seconds. Cyclone can be cast on yourself, enemy units, or allied units. Enemy units take 50 damage upon landing. And it does a basic dispel. You will hate this item. This item will get removed, I'm telling you right now. So, it builds out of yours, Mystic Staff, and a recipe. Yes, this item, I'm giving this item like about a 10% chance to actually survive. So you can run around and then I can cast it like so. Yeah, sure, whatever. I can toss up you. I can toss up me. You can move while using? Oh, holy fucking shit. Wait, can I use this on... What about my ally? Like, can they move with it? No, they can't move with it. But if I use it myself... That seems like a bug. That seems like a bug. That seems like a bug. 7k. I know it's expensive, but the build-up is very nice again. It's not a bug. It's in the nodes. But it's not on the ability itself. Maybe it should be written in the ability. Alright, so apparently it's not a bug, it's in the patch notes. Yeah, so this is... I know it's expensive, and you're gonna say, well, maybe this costs 7 grand. But this is the kind of item that is going to be removed from the game. Now, why? Why am I so confident here, right? Because I played Heroes of New Earth. And Heroes of New Earth had a yours. And that yours you could use on allies. And it was the most cancerous shit you've ever seen. It was like people bought like 3 or 4 yours every single game. And you just kind of like kept tossing allies up. Anytime your teammate gets jumped into the air, they go. Ever thought about what it's gonna feel like if you're like, you know, you want to catch the enemy Terrorblade and stun the Terrorblade down before they get off their BKB? And fuck it, up in the air you go. Oh, there comes the BKB, right? Can't prevent it anymore. Like, I know it seems like it's gonna be the kind of item where it's like, it's so expensive, you know, does it really work? But look at how much support for int carries there is, right? You've got the Witch Blade, you've got the freaking Falcon Blade, and yes, I think this is good support for int carries because they have mana problems early. You've got the Kleipnir, and then you got this right here. You can just buy an early Yules, use it for the Yules, and then later on in the game, you just buy the Wind Waker. It gives you 50 movement speed, dude. That's fucking sick. I'll take 50 movement speed on my OD. Do you guys not want 50 movement speed on your OD? I want 50 movement speed on my OD. So that's just kind of what I'm saying there, right? Like, I think this item's gonna be actually like more frequently seen than you might expect, and then pew, up into the air goes all of the carries, and you'll never be able to stop them from casting BKB. So anyway, Mage Slayer places a debuff when you attack enemies, causing them to do 35% less spell damage for 4 seconds. Oh, I get what you're doing. I get what you're doing. So it builds up out of Cloak, Blade of Alacrity, and Claymore. Gives you magic resistance, agility, and damage. Hey guys, we added in all of these powerful mage carries. Here is an item that you can use to counter them. Oops, it wasn't good enough. No, this is actually a pretty common strategy. I mean, this is fair to do, right? Like, you add in kind of like you push a theme in a patch and then you also push the counters to that theme. So It's not completely overwhelming. That's also probably why we see the Eternal Shroud. So this is just kind of like a way to like act as a bit of a counter to adding all of this like scary like caster support. Okay, and then we only have 3 items left. Overwhelming Blink, Swift Blink, and Arcane Blink, each of which use a Blink Dagger and one of the corresponding big stats items. Well then, let's have a look at these. Oh no! No, my fluffy hat. Sorry, how dare I sell that? Overwhelming Blink. Teleport to a target point up to 1200 units away. After teleportation, all enemies in an 800 AoE. Are you insane? 800 AoE. Okay, before we even keep reading. 800, oh, it doesn't show. Yeah, but I'm not surprised you don't want to show what an 800 AoE is like. This is 600 AoE. This is 600. Right? Is there even anything in the game that I can show an 800 AoE with? Oh my god. Alright, let's see. Okay, it seems to be quite visible. So this is an 800 AoE. You see this guy? I'm hitting that guy. Still hitting him. Alright, now I'm not hitting him anymore. So this is what we're talking about with an 800 AoE. Which is kind of insane. So what else does it do then? It deals 200 plus 100% of your strength and damage. And applies a 50% movement speed slow and 50 attack speed slow for 6 seconds. Mars Ultimate or Chrono? Oh yeah, I guess those would be an 800 AoE. Yeah, so that's how big this thing is. Sure, that seems fair. I mean, it's really expensive. It is really expensive, but it also is really scary. So this one seems terrifying. Swift Blink. Teleport to a target point up to 1200 units away. After teleportation, you gain 30% phase movement speed, 40 attack speed, and 40 attack damage for 6 seconds. Okay, so this one doesn't seem as good, but it still seems kind of nice. Right? Like, what I see with this one is I basically just see, hey, you're playing Ursa, you have to have a Blink Dagger, it's late game, having the Blink Dagger, like, in your inventory still feels bad. So just buy this bad boy, you know, like, now it doesn't feel so bad anymore. Although I expect people will just buy the Overwhelming Blink instead, because this one strikes me as way stronger. 50%, a 50% movement speed slow and an 800 AoE is, that is scary. And then we've got Arcane Blink. Teleport to a target point up to 1200 units away. It's a replacement for boots? No, it's not. Wind Waker is a replacement for boots. Arcane Blink. Teleport to a target point up to 1200 units away. After teleportation, you gain 25% ability cooldown reduction and 50% cast point reduction for 6 seconds. Okay, so I can use this and then... Oh, this is for Enigma, right? Create hero. Enigma. Give bots Arcane Blink. Does that work? Oh, it did. Alright. Nah. Alright, level bots to 30 or 300, doesn't really matter. Are you guys ready to see the world's fastest black hole? Whew. That's pretty juicy. This item also seems not so great. So I have to say, out of these Blink Daggers, do they share cooldown? Wait. They share cooldown, okay. That's not surprising. Out of these, it strikes me like Overwhelming Blink is easily the strongest one. I think the Swift Blink is kind of more of like, if you gotta have the Blink Dagger anyway. Right? And Arcane Blink seems like it's made for like Enigma and Tidehunter and whatnot. Right? So I think this one you will see probably like kind of like picked up on some heroes. But I honestly think this one seems really juicy, really scary. So I'm a bit terrified. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit terrified. I mean, like, I know it doesn't seem like it does that much damage here, but like, I'm Medusa. I don't have any strength. Like, this fucking hero, go to the gym, dude. Alright. And I think that's it. So apparently there's some changes to neutral items. Oh, there's a lot of them. So what do we have here? Chipped Vest. Every time you attack, you return 26 damage to heroes and 13 damage to creeps. That's a tier 1? That's good. That strikes me as a very powerful item. Possessed Mask. 7 primary attribute. Heals the attacker for 7% of attack damage dealt. Is that the same thing as Lifesteal? Or is Lifesteal just referred to as Lifesteal? Passive Lifesteal. Heals the attacker for 20% of attack damage dealt. Okay. I wasn't sure what language they usually use for Lifesteal. So this has passive lifesteal. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. Fairy's Trinket. 100 health, 5% spell damage, 5% mana cost reduction. Yeah, seems fine. I like these. I think these are good. They just kind of like fit more niches. I honestly gotta say, I felt like, I don't know about you guys, but it often felt to me like the bottom tier neutral items. You know, like sometimes you play a hero and you're like, well, none of this really feels good for me. And this should help. Bullwhip. Grants 16% movement speed when cast on allies and slows by 16% when cast on enemies. Last 5 seconds. Alright. Better be careful, Valve. We don't want another crack the whip situation. Okay. Quicksilver Amulet. 5% movement speed, 10 attack speed, 30% attack animation speed, 30% attack projectile speed. Attack animation speed? What did that look like? Huh. Okay, that seems weird. Grants you a 5% bonus movement speed and 15 attack speed anytime one of your abilities are on cooldown. So I assume it doesn't like stack, right? Like if I use this and then this. Oh wait, that already gives movement speed. Damn it. Playing a bad hero for this. Well, we'll test it again later. Okay. Then what do we have here? Wow, there's a lot of new stuff here. Elven Tunic, 26 attack speed, 16% evasion, 8%. Oh, this is Ancient Yasha, right? This is just, they're just adding in Ancient Yasha shit. So this is agility, and then we've got strength, 5 armor, 10% magic resistance, burns enemy units for 45 damage per second, 400 radius. Wait, isn't that a league item? And then we've got Ceremonial Rope, 350 armor, 350 mana, lowers enemy status resistance by 10%, magic resistance by 10%, radius 1200. Okay, seems fine. Psychic Headband pushes the target enemy unit away from you, 400 distance. Okay, well that's not English, but sure, that sounds fine. Trickster Cloak causes you to become invisible. I think the language used in this is so whack. I'm sorry, I know I'm being petty, but why does this say causes you to become invisible? Like, does it say that for this as well? Makes you invisible, right? Makes you invisible. That to me sounds way better. Because like causes you to become invisible, that seems like it's kind of like a coincidental thing, right? Like this is some sort of passive trigger that can happen. But no, this is just an active ability you can use to make yourself invisible. Why aren't you giving the agency to the player? Why are you moving the agency to the item where you're not even giving the item that much agency? You're just saying sometimes it happens. I'm sorry. I've been thinking a lot about language in games. Stormcrafter, 4 mana region. Active, cyclones your hero for 0.75 seconds. Passive, zaps an enemy within the 700 range, dealing 200 damage and a 40% slow for 0.3 seconds. Strikes every 3 seconds. Oh, they returned the Razor passive from the ultimate. Right, that Razor trigger thing. Penta-edged sword. How does that even work? 45 damage, 80 attack range, mainly only. Each attack has a 20% chance to reduce enemy hero movement speed by 20% and attack speed by 60 for 3 seconds. They returned Maim. Oh, it's even called Maim. Look at that. Okay. I was going to make a wonderful grammar if I was complaining about nonsense stuff. This stuff matters. This is not nonsense. Right? Like, it's really, pay attention to this. Like, try to pay attention to this sometime. The language games use to communicate things to you. For example, the Pokemon trading card game uses a lot of language that is very specific to the player in kind of like a explaining way. Where the Pokemon trading card game will not condescend to the player, but they will explain stuff. So they will, for example, say, when they have an effect that, for example, says shuffle your hand back into your deck and then draw the same amount of cards again. What the Pokemon trading card game will say is instead count the cards in your hand, shuffle them back into your deck, and then draw the same amount of cards again. Because they assume the game is played by children, which is a fair assumption, and a child might do it step by step. So they might shuffle their cards back into the deck and then not have counted how many cards they had in hand. That's why they include first to count the cards. And that is something that like creates a certain feeling to the game and can be used, right? The language used in a game is another tool that you can use to communicate stuff to the player and create a specific play experience. And yes, you can say it doesn't matter, but then you'll make a crappy game with inconsistent language. Sorry. Again, it's just something I've been thinking a lot about. Giant's Ring. 40 strength, 60 movement speed, 60% model scale. Okay, so this is one that I've seen people be excited about. Hey, I'm big doozer. So we now have a model scale value in the KB, I assume. Can path over any terrain and deals 100% of your strength per second to units you are standing on top of. Okay. I mean, this is not a lot of damage, but it is funny. Okay. Alright. Okay. It's kind of a funny item. Give it to Undying. Alright, alright. Great hero, Undying. Alright, great. Hero, Meeple. Enemy. Level bots to... oh, no, Medusa. Can you leave my Undying alone? I need this. I need this Undying. Alright. Give bots item heart. Give bots item ultimate scepter. Give bots item giant's ring. Alright, everybody's big now, but nobody will be as big as this Undying is about to be. Alright, boom, 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 boom. Wait, I need to... level these guys up. Okay. Alright. Okay, we need give bots item BKB. Black King bar. BKB wouldn't have worked anyway. And then create hero ogre. Stop it, bad boy. Alright. Free spells, thank you. This is a very big boy. BKB! Ah! Alright. Where's my Attack on Titan theme song, dude? Alright. So now that we've done that, very good. What's next? Book of Shadows. Target an enemy, ally yourself. Causes the target to become untargetable, but also starts mutant disarm for 3 seconds. Applies a basic dispel. I hate this. You can have it back. Guys. Okay. Writer's Room Dota 2. Guys, I have a suggestion. Everybody loves Shadow Realm, right? How about we make an item that is Shadow Realm, but you can give it to allies? Fucking nailed it, dude. Fucking nailed it. 100%. Yeah, no, how can I return this? Can I just like stuff this into my copy of Cyberpunk 2077 and like send it back to Sony? I do not want this. You can keep it. It is fine. I do not need it. This is... yes. I thanks. I'll pass. I mean, we're gonna try it really quick, right? But, oh God. Alright. Hey! Hey! Isn't that fun? Yay! You're shadow realmed. God, 3 seconds is so long too. Well, again, you can have it back, as far as I'm concerned. Alright, well that's the items. That only took half an hour, and we haven't even started on heroes yet. Poggers. Okay, so here's how we're going to handle the heroes. Alright, we're going to go into this screen right here. Okay, and we're going to we gotta crash through this because this video will be 2 hours long as is. Right? So we will tackle these Aghanim's shards like as we see fit. But yeah, just look, what I'm saying is basically, look, we'll look at the clips, right? And then if one of them is interesting, then we'll go into the game and have a look at it there. Right? But I think for now, this is gonna be fine. So there's really nothing to be said about Abaddon. So causes Mystic Coil on a Aphotic Shield to apply a Curse of Awareness stack on enemies. Increases base slow by 6%. Yeah, sure, that seems fine. I have no beef with this, but I also have no real strong opinion on this. Grants Berserk Potion. Okay. What? Unstable Concoction, mana cost reduced. Yeah, I don't care about this. Acid Spray first damage is now immediate. Okay, that's actually kind of nice. If an ally already has a Scepter buff or the item, it refunds them based on which version they have. Alchemist granted Scepter buffs provide the full stat bonuses. Can I do this multiple times? Wait, you can just give them money? Alchemists can just give people money now? Yeah, so you can't do it multiple times. Okay, I see that. That makes sense to me, okay? But I can... Wait, here. Let me show you. Let me show you. Wow, we have made it past one hero before needing to have a look at this. Well, this is gonna take a while, everybody. You can give 4,200 gold to a teammate. Nope. I'm pretty sure you can give 6,300 gold to a teammate. So... Oh, you might even be able to give... No, I think actually 4,200 is the maximum, right? No, you can give like 8. No, you can't give 4,200. Okay, I'm tripping myself out right now. Create hero. Fuck, this is gonna be hard to test. Okay. So, let's try this. So, I have this bad boy, right? And then, if you have give bots item ultimate scepter, right? If you have this already, and then I hook you up with this, now you've got 4,200 gold. Oh, but it consumes their Aghanims. Okay, that changes, because what I thought you would be able to do is sell it. Right? So like they bought their own Aghanims, and then you give them one, and then you sell it. But no, that's not how it works. You can basically consume their Aghanims for them. Okay, so you get the cash back. Alright, then it's not as wild as I thought it was going to be. Well, since we have Alchemist already here, why don't we have a look at this Aghanim's shard? So, Berserk Potion. Alchemist throws a potion at an ally, applying a basic dispel and giving 50 attack speed and 40 health reach. So it basically gives you like a crappy chemical rage, right? Yeah, even gives you like chemical rage effect. Chemical Rage, of course, is way stronger than this, because Chemical Rage reduces your base attack time. But 40, this is a 400 health heal, I guess. I mean, like, this effect is kind of weak, but it's Alchemist. This guy is going to have, like, an Aghanim shard pretty much every time anyway. But, yeah, anyway, seems fine. I have little opinions on this one. So... Ancient Apparition causes Ice Vortex to deal 40 DPS and reduces attack speed by 20. Ice Vortex didn't reduce attack speed before? I think it used to, right? It used to reduce attack speed? Maybe not. Okay. Anti-Mage. Reworked Scepter now grants Blink Fragment. Blinks an illusion at the target enemy or location, attacks them for 7 seconds. Uses Blink cast range. Illusions cannot be controlled, deal 50% damage and take 250%. Casting Counterspell also casts it on the Fragment illusion. So I like this. I didn't like the old Aghanim Scepter, mostly because I felt it was like really kind of frustrating. It's one of those things where it, like, what it did is it didn't really give a lot of enjoyment directly to the player. It more gave frustration to the enemy. Right, we had basically said, hey, you just don't get to play with your favorite toy for a little bit. Sorry about that. Yeah, suck it, basically. I think that's fine. And then Aghanim's Shard ability. Successful counterspell creates an illusion attacking the caster for 5 seconds. Removes counterspell mana cost. Alright, so I think this is all fairly straightforward and we don't really need to spend too much time on this, right? Alright, Arc Warden. Scepter rework. After impacting an enemy, Spark Wave now spawns a new wave, which then starts its activation period. Has a 3-second spawn delay. Spawn delay. Duplicated waves do not duplicate again. Well, I was kind of hoping you could create like an infinite loop with it. I suppose. I guess that's fine. And then Aghanim's Shard ability. Magnetic Field now pushes enemies out of the area at cast time and provides allies in it with plus 20% magic resistance. Ah, well, that seems fine. So it just pushes them out of it, right? No matter how deep they're into it. Scepter rework. Berserker's Call applies Battle Hunger to affected units. Battle Hunger also reduces enemy armor by 7 and grants you 7 per affected target. Lowers Berserker's Call cooldown by 2 seconds. Okay. So the 7 armor reduction is actually kind of huge, because I assume this is independent from Berserker, from Battle Hunger, right? I need to just have this command copy-pasted, I think. So, this now reduces armor by 7. So if I cast this here, yeah, they just lose 7 armor. That seems nice. Honestly, I think that is a bigger buff than the Battle Hunger applies with Berserker's Call. So that seems pretty nice. And Berserker's Call cooldown reduction is also kind of juicy. Also, it's actually kind of decent. And causes your attacks to have a chance to proc a counter helix. Attacks proc counter helix cooldown. Attacks procs ignore counter helix cooldown. Provides plus 20 attack speed. Alright, so that's kind of like that. And then I assume you lose the attacking, yeah, counter helix talent that you used to have. Alright, just kind of reusing an element there, seems fair. Bane. Oh, that's a lot of text. Reworked Enfeeble. Again! They just keep changing it. It's just like, guys, we really fucking hate Enfeeble. Every time we make a new Enfeeble, we fucking hate it. It's the worst. Alright, reduce all attack damage by 55%, regeneration by 55%, and cast speed by 30%. Lasts 8 seconds, does not pierce spell immunity. Okay, attack damage reduction by 55% is kind of juicy. Yeah. No rework for Aghanims? I really think they should rework Bane's Aghanims. I don't like Bane's Aghanims for the hero. I don't think it's a bad Aghanim's effect. I think the Aghanim's effect would be cool on a hero that isn't Bane. Right? Because to me, having a low cooldown spammable spell on a hero that needs to either channel or not deal damage feels like it's not a great fit. But that's just my opinion. Fiend's Grip now creates an uncontrollable illusion. Oh, that's their new thing. That's the new thing? That's their new thing, right? That's their new thing. They like that new thing. That is also channeling Fiend's Grip on a target. Illusion takes 750% incoming damage and immediately dies if it's interrupted. Multiple Fiend Grip effects do not stack on a target. Aha, so you can stop doing stuff, but you don't have to stop doing stuff. You just can. Now that immediately actually addresses my concern with the Aghanims. Maybe I should have kept reading. Maybe I should have kept reading instead of just complaining about it. But this doesn't seem good. Honestly. This is my Full statement here. I mean, it's already hard to cast Fiend Script in general. Where does it spawn the illusion? Alright, we're gonna have to do some Bane testing. Where's Bane? Alright. Okay, we're Bane. So we have our Aghanims shard, do we? Create hero nukes enemy. Give bots item hard. Level bots 3. Alright, this guy's tanky now. So do I have this already? No, I don't have it yet. Alright. Yeet myself this bad boy. Free spells. Okay, the illusion spawned here. Does it always spawn in the same spot? Is it deterministic? No, it seems to be slightly random. They always seem to spawn to my right though. It seems to be just kind of within this general area. Right? Double Fiend Script? Fiend Script doesn't stack, it even says so here. Alright, if I do a double... Yeah, it seems to be deterministic, actually. Yeah, this always spawns in the same spot. It's always to the right of Bane. And like, a few units away. And is it always the same distance away? No, I think it's based on your distance and then it adds a little bit. So if you have maximum cast range here, this actually like can be pretty far away. I still don't think this... So this still doesn't really strike me as super good. But it's a little better than I thought. Can you make it spawn behind the tree line? Okay, we can try that. So we probably need you here. So this should spawn it around here? No, no it didn't, okay. It doesn't want to spawn in the trees. But there's not really a good spot here. Maybe if I go like so? Maybe here? No, it doesn't really want to. I think getting the exact positioning with this will be really difficult. Delusion right now has like 275 health though, due to the 750% damage taken. Yeah, it really doesn't strike me as very good, just because like really the damage taken is very, very high. I mean, I've got 2000 health right now. I'm level 30, right? And if I do this now, the tower just like absolutely annihilates this illusion. I mean, like this is just not even funny. So, you know, imagine something other than a tower that hits like a wet paper towel. Imagine something other than a tower actually attacks this. I don't know. Just buy Glimmer. But like then I'm glimmering my fucking illusion. Why don't I just buy a BKB instead and just like actually get off my ultimate? Alright, I don't know. Batch Rider. Anything funny here? No. Flaming Lasso. Allows Flaming Lasso to be cast on an allied hero, granting them 80% damage reduction. That makes no thematic sense at all. But it sounds kind of funny, I guess. Call of the Wild. Hawk. Hawks become... I like how it's just one random German word in here. It's like 100% English, but there's just this one... Just, you know, really gotta make sure that Barmy knows what this animal is. Alright. Hawks become uncontrollable and gain Dive Bomb. Channels for 1 second, revealing itself... and then flies towards the target enemy, dealing 175 damage and stunning them for 1 second. Killing a whole cast range 500. Okay. So don't the hawks have like a really large cast range? Isn't that a thing? I gotta try this out really quick. Alright. Here's our Beastmaster. So, level max. 3 spells. So this bad boy has like a really long cast range, right? Holy shit, is this just global? Does this just have global range? I think this is just global range, right? Like I can just fucking yeet a bird over you. Alright, that kind of changes a lot. The fact that this is global range actually makes this quite different. And it has 60 seconds duration. So if I get myself this bad boy, I can like just yeet a bird in here. And it's invisible. Can I like interrupt it while it's moving? Oh, I can! Okay. Okay. This seems actually kind of good. This actually seems pretty good. Great job on the prediction of Techies 2. I know, I really nailed it. So I can... Oh, you can just walk these around anyway. Alright, guys. Yes! Honestly, just the fact that you can actually walk the bird around. You always could. No, you can't always walk the birds around. The birds are ward now, right? So, like, back in the old days, you could walk the birds. But these days, that's not a thing anymore. These days, the birds are ward. Okay, so this is, honestly, just the fact that you can walk the bird already seems strong. And then the dive bomb is just kind of like the cherry on top. This actually seems pretty good. This seems actually pretty viable. Especially on Beastmaster. I feel like Beastmaster has like... You know, he's got a bit of extra cash. I mean, he's not super rich, but he's got a little bit of money. So, yeah. Alright. Okay, Bloodseeker. What have they done to you today? My friend, what have they done to you today? Base intelligence reduced. Well, he was never a smart boy. Blood Rage, attack speed, blood right damage, yeah. First non-hero heal. So it seems nothing big reworked here. Blood Rage. Blood Rage attacks now deal 1.5% of the target's max health as pure damage and heals you for that amount. Only affects Bloodseeker. Oh, they just gave you Feast, I guess. That's what people were freaking out over? Really? You guys were freaking out over Feast? I've seen so many people like talk about that Bloodseeker is like overpowered now. This is just Feast. It's like even a pretty shitty Feast. 1.5%. I guess Feast was current health. Feast wasn't max health. No. Was Feast current health? I don't know. This does not impress me. I do not care about this. It's max HP. Yeah. No, Old Feast. I don't know if Old Feast was current or max. I don't remember right now. Alright. Bounty Hunter. Sorry, I'm just eating really quick. Alright. Feast doesn't do damage. I know, it's Old Feast. Can you guys not hear my words? Old. Implying it was in the past. Implying it isn't that way anymore, guys. Come on, do I have to explain how time works to you right now? What am I even doing here? Alright, Bounty Hunter. Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess. You can kind of see how they gave the heroes that have money. They just kind of like didn't give them that powerful an effect. I mean, this is a good effect. This is the kind of effect that I will buy on a Bounty Hunter, right? Just like not immediately, probably. And yeah. I mean, it's good. It's fine. It's not crazy. Doesn't make me excited, but it seems fine. Oh my god, I don't even want to read this. Okay. All right. So Brewmaster seems nasty. Sorry, again, I just had to eat something really quick. But Power Split now has 2 charges and can be cancelled at any time. Your form's back on whichever brewing you cancel it from. I don't think we need to see that in game, but this seems good. What I don't like though is that they made Brewmaster more difficult to play. Like, here's the thing. Like, I know, of course, right? Like, Brewmaster is supposed to be a bit of a harder hero. But Brewmaster was already pretty hard. And, I don't know. Something I liked about Brewmaster, I guess, is that he was like a hard hero, but he was a hard hero that I feel like I could handle. Right? Like, I can't really handle the Mifo or Chan or whatnot, right? But I can handle Brew. I felt like I could do that, but I don't know if I can now. Like, now I have a whole new thing I need to deal with. At least it's an easy ability to use. Right? Like, this change, like, while yes, it makes the hero more powerful, I don't like how it changes how you play the hero. And I'm actually not a big fan of this at all. Oh well. Bristleback. Hairball. Grants Hairball. Casts a quill-filled hairball towards the target location. Erupts at the location, hitting enemies in a 700 radius with goo and 2 quills. Cast range 1500! Wait, 700 radius as well. This is actually... wow, this thing is nasty, dude. This is huge. Alright, select new hero. Bristleback. So we get also this bad boy, right? Look at this. This is what's the cooldown of this? 20 seconds, okay. This is really strong. I am this feels like hell yeah, dude. I want this on my bristle. Dude, Bristle just got so buffed in Custom Hero Clash. Imagine you just yeet this shit around. With like cooldown reduction. This seems like a good ability. Although what I don't understand is Hairball. Where is he getting the hair from? What hair? This is actually kind of a... wait, whose hair is he eating? Like, what is he doing? What is the implication here? So, because, I don't know, he's not a very hairy dude. You know? Okay. Let's maybe move on from that thought. Although it is a little disturbing. And honestly, I don't know. I don't know whose hair he's eating. Cats have hairballs because, you know, they clean themselves. So they kind of, you know, swallow their own hair while doing so. Is that... what is he cleaning? What hair... I'm just gonna move on. Right, I think let's just move on. It's just here, Broodmother. Somehow less gross than Bristleback. Silken Bowler grants Silken Bowler. Consumes 1 spin web charge and roots the target enemy for 2 seconds. Cooldown 12. This seems like a good ability. Yeah. I don't know. It clearly seems like they were like, let's just give Broodmother something that's not gonna be too terrible. Stop king shaming Bristle. I'm not king shaming anyone. If Bristle wants to eat hair, let him eat hair. I'm just saying, I don't really know where the hair is coming from, and I'm not sure I want to know. Xantor War Runner. Double Edge. Causes Double Edge to increase your strength by 15% per hero hit for 12 seconds. Duration refreshes per stack up to 5 stacks. Slows enemies by 15% for 2 seconds. Okay, so 5 stacks, that's up to 75%. Alright. My math adds up here. So what does that look like? Okay, I kind of want to see this one in action. Alright. Select new hero. Where's my Centaur? No, you're not Centaur. Stop lying. You're not Centaur. There's Centaur. Okay, return to demo. Alright, here's Centaur. We level you up to max. And then we buy you one of these. So this thing has 4 seconds cooldown, right? So if I like slam this. Alright, right now I'm cheating a little. So create hero nukes. Enemy level bots. 30. Alright, and then not free spells. And then we refresh you. Okay, let's try this out. 1. And 2. Ooh, this is actually kind of chunky, isn't it? 3. Ooh. Ooh, I have a lot of strength right now. 5. Ooh, okay. Well, this seems... Okay, let's maybe push this a little, you know? Why don't we get this guy? Alright, and like, maybe a heart. I guess he has like the overwhelming blink. Alright. 1. Well, that's a way lower cooldown now. 2. Wait, what happens if I use this on creeps? Oh, that does 500 damage. Oh, that does 500 damage. Ooh. Oh, and this is a long duration. Okay. Give me, whew, okay. This is very easy to keep going. Like, this is actually really just... Like, 15 seconds? Or how long is it? 12 seconds. 12 seconds is just really long. This is not that hard to get all of these stacks going. I think this one might actually be quite good. This strikes me as, like, pretty powerful. It's sort of a passive... Like a passive undying ultimate, isn't it? And then you combo it with this. Oh my god. I'm a little scared of Centaur, I gotta admit. Yeah, push 1 if you're a little scared of Centaur. Centaur is just a bit of a scary boy. Alright. Chaos Knight. Chaos Bolt creates a phantasm illusion attacking... By the way, I like how Chaos Knight doesn't have any other patch notes. Right? I like how, over the past year, everything that happened, right? They went through every hero in the game, balanced every single one of them. They arrived at Chaos Knight, and were like, you're perfect just the way you are. Good job, my guy. Right? It's nice. Chaos Ball creates a phantasm illusion attacking the target for the duration. Increases cast range by 300. This is their new thing. They love this, right? Summoning illusions left and right. Just all about these illusions. Everybody's Phantom Lancer today. Can you kill that illusion? I mean, like, I'm slightly curious to see if you can kill it. Alright. So, I guess we can have a quick look at that. Get this bad boy. Oh yeah, this is just a normal illusion, it can't just be attacked. Although, obviously the guys that stunned can't kill it because, you know. What happens if I kill the target? Oh, the illusion sticks around. Huh. This does not seem that good. I like how Duplator in chat was immediately like, this is very strong. And I'm like, this doesn't seem that good. I don't know. It's just a very short duration. Right? Like, gotta keep in mind, I have plus 1 second Chaos Bolt duration right now. So, like, normally this effect is like, what, 2-second illusion? Like, you get like 2 hits out? I don't know. Admittedly, these are 100% damage. But I don't know. Chaos Knight needs items. Like, that's the thing with Chaos Knight, right? Like, I feel like whenever I play Chaos Knight, I'm like, I need BKB and Heart and Armlet and, you know, and it's just gonna keep going, right? Like, I need the new Blink Dagger and I need the new whatever the fuck. And it's just, you need so much stuff with Chaos Knight. And now all of a sudden you're telling me that I also need to buy like 1400 gold of like an illusion that lasts 2 seconds. That's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Like, I'm just not gonna get that. Like, yeah, I might buy it in the late game, like after I've got most of the other stuff, but before that, I just don't really think it's worth it. Alright. Chen. I don't really care that much. Allows divine favor to be casted as teleporting them back home after 6 seconds. Oh, they put that back into the game. Alright. Oh my god, is the patch one that we can fountain hook people? Everybody pray with me that the patch one is we can fountain hook people. Clings. Skeleton walk. Cause a skeleton walk to create 2 burning army skeletons on exit. And instead he gets +8 agility. Ah, okay. Sure. Poggers, I guess. Alright, clockwork. Jetpack. I like how, by the way, I find it very funny how they clearly have favorite heroes. They clearly fucking love Clockwork, right? Because they give Clockwork all of the fun stuff. They give Clockwork all of the wild, oh my god, look at this nonsense, look, it has fun names. That's what they do with Clockwork. Spell immunity while inside power cooks. Oh, that's kind of nice. Grants jetpack. Rises up and grants flying vision. Flying movement and 15% movement speed, but significantly reduced ability to turn. Last 6 seconds. You're disarmed during the flight. These guys just, they love Clockwork. Clockwork is their favorite hero. Oh, hello, Coco. That is the wrong screen. Although, I'm sure you guys don't really mind so much. Maybe it is the right screen. So, I think this is trash. It doesn't matter if it's good. It matters if it's fun. That's the point of this. It's not supposed to be good. Hey! They even gave him like a fun animation for it. These guys freaking love Clockwork. Alright, Clockwork is their favorite hero. Absolutely. Jetpack seems useless. Oh, this is not a good ability. I do not think that, this seems terrible. This is very bad. But it is funny, and I like it for that. It's good for positioning. No, it's not good for positioning. Look, I'm gonna try to turn around. Look at this fucking circle you need to do. This is not good for positioning. I'm trying to get to where I'm clicking, and I cannot make it. This is not good for positioning. We can maybe, like, what happens if I slam my ultimate during this? Okay, that's good. It gets me out of it, I guess. What happens if I slam this? Oh, okay, I can kind of like flying power cocks, I suppose. Alright, so this is kind of, it is very fun. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Look, you can even do this and then fly some more and just, you know, hell yeah, dude. Can you stop at a position? Yeah, you can just stop flying, I think. Wait, can you? Wait, you can't stop flying. No, you can't stop flying. You can't cancel it. Ooh, okay, well that makes it pretty bad. It's pretty fast. Oh, it's just because I have Boots of Travel too. What boots would you normally have on Clockwork? Mana boots, I suppose? Alright. So this is the normal speed for this. And you can't stop flying. This is really bad. What is the cooldown? 25 seconds. This is a terrible ability. I mean, like, yeah, you can, like, sneak over here and then hookshot somebody, but, like, this is not very good. But it is very, very funny, and I appreciate it. Look, it's fine. Not everything has to be good. It's fine for some things to just exist because they're fun. Alright. So, a Crystal Main. Reduces Frostbite cooldown by 1 second. Allows it to be cast on yourself. Reducing incoming damage by 70% for the duration. Ice Frog, stop stealing stuff from Hon! Stop it! Bad boy. Bad. Come up with your own shit. Allows casting Frostbite while channeling as long as a valid target is in range. Alright. Shame you can't cast it on allies, then it would be better. But basically the idea is you can slam it on...
Hoodwink might be my new favorite hero.
Hey, S-Dark Freeze, thank you for the 40 months. We haven't even looked at Hoodwink yet. I don't even know what his abilities are. I don't even know what Hoodwink's abilities are. So, sure, I'm glad. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This is fine, I guess. It's just to protect your ultimate, I think. Darkseer, normal punch. Did they seriously even give it like what a bunch of weeps. What a bunch of filthy fucking weeps. Okay. Passive cooldown attack. Causes your next attack on a hero to knock an illusion out of them and stun them up for 2 seconds. Knockback for 350 distance and deal 250 damage based on how far you've moved in the past 3 seconds. Max power is after 1500 distance moved. Illusions last for 5 seconds. Okay, so it's the illusion thing again, because that's the new thing. Big question here. Big moment. Does Blink Dagger count? Where's Darkseer? Oh my god, guys, we are D. We are D. It's been an hour. Okay. Level 2 max. Hey, come here. So there's no indication for how far you have traveled. Alright, so it pushes them back a little bit. No, I can't reset this cooldown. I guess I'll buy an Octarine then. And spell prism. So if I do this and then scoot around with maximum movement speed for a little bit. And boom! Well, that seems pretty good. Now the golden question, of course, as we already mentioned, is does this count? So we'll wait a second. Okay. So I didn't really move at all right here. So what happens if I don't move at all? Yes, it does count. It does count. So this isn't about like building up speed. This is about just blinking in, right? You just... That's how you use it. You just blink. So I guess that's fine. Does it count boots of travel? Interesting. How would I test this? I guess I put you here. So, TPs. Wait. It does. Okay. I guess there's that. This condition is very easy to meet, actually. Because 1500 distance, this already has 1200. Like, I just need to move around normally and then boom. And I get the 2 seconds. As long as I'm blinking from kind of max distance, this will pretty much always be a 2 seconds done. This seems very powerful. Like, I don't know about you guys, but this strikes me as probably one of the better things we've seen so far. Because like Blink Dagger on Darkseer is already good. Right? And it's just kind of like it's a 2 second stun, knockback, it even summons an illusion. It really just does a lot. It does a lot of stuff. Right? So there's a clear reference to One Punch Man. Yeah, this is very obviously a reference to One Punch Man. I'm pretty sure this is One Punch Man / JoJo. Because they've got the JoJo text and summons an illusion, which is kind of like a very JoJo-esque thing of like, oh, here's my stand. You know what I mean?
Your bottom tower has fallen.
Shoutouts to the JoJo manga for being garbage. Sorry for calling it out like that. I've tried reading it. It's bad. Don't read it. Anyway. Read fluff text? Doesn't have any. Yeah, they said they added like lore to all items, but I guess not for abilities. Okay, read JoJo Part 7, my dude. Is that Steel Ball Run? I read Steel Ball Run. It's also bad. Okay, Dark Willow. Cursed Crown now creates 4 brambles around the target after the counter ends. Regardless of how it ends. Wow. Wow, that actually seems really good. I mean, like, that is... Can you even get out of that? Can you even get out of that? Okay. Alright, that's the wrong button. I don't play this hero very much. Alright, here's the brambles. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try this again. Now, of course, I know this isn't a very definite test. Because, you know, I'm not the best candidate for actually having this high precision control. Okay, so you can get out. It's just kind of tricky. I would guess in most situations you will probably get hit by the brambles. Cool. I guess there you have that. Dazzle. A bad juju. Launches an attack at the 3 closest enemies within 1200 range each time you cast an ability. And Scepter rework. Causes Shadow Wave to dispel allies, increases heal by 60, increases damage by 80. Okay, I guess. I don't know. So, sure. Death Prophet. Spirit Siphon now drains armor per second, gives it to you. Armor gain / loss lasts for 14 seconds. That is nice. That is juicy. Disrupt allows Thunder Strike to be cast on allies, follows the ally and deals damage around them. Each strike gives a short 1-second buff that provides 50% movement speed and 75 attack speed. Grace is really used by 160 when used on allies. Okay. Doom. Causes Doom to apply Break and reduces cooldown by from 145 to 100. Aw, no more Aghanim's. Inferno Blade stun duration is increased from 0.6 to 1.2 seconds if the enemy level is a multiple of 3 or above level 24. They will be stunned for an additional 0.6 seconds and take 150 bonus damage. Alright. So they did our boy dirty, I think. Level Def is kind of back, I guess. I always felt Level Def was a whack ability, so I don't like it. But hey, I guess that's fine. Dragon Knight. Fireball. Grants Elder Dragon form the Fireball ability. Ignites a 450 radius. Look at that, that's big. Dealing 80 damage per second to enemies inside of it. Last 10 seconds. Okay. I mean, like, yeah. But why? Cooldown 20. Oh, it's for farming. Do you need to be transformed? It seems like you need to be transformed. If you need to be transformed, then it's not good. Then I don't think it seems very nice. You have to be transformed? Oh yes, I do actually have... Okay, then I don't think it's that good. Because, like, I don't know. I guess this is fine. It's not terrible, but, like... Like, what's the point? I already deal AoE damage. You know, I already attack. Like, it's just... I don't really see the purpose. So, yeah. Just thought of this. At least the new hero is a pairing female hero that isn't just a hot woman. Yeah, good job, Well. You did it. I mean, honestly, they've been pretty good with the recent heroes. Alright, like, here's the thing. Like, you know, you gotta acknowledge it. Like, both ways, right? If they do it badly, you gotta acknowledge that, and if they do it well, then you gotta acknowledge that. But we had Snapdoodle, we had Dark Willow, we had, now, I forgot her name, the Weasel. I don't know, Hoodwink, I think is that what she called. Alright, but like, it's cool, yeah, go ahead, keep going. Alright, the problem is just like, while, yes, you're doing a good job now, that doesn't undo the terrible job you did for the 10 years beforehand, and now, you know, you can keep adding new heroes at the current rate, and you will still spend 10 years adding female heroes, and before it becomes even anywhere close. But yeah. Anyway. Drow Ranger, Frost Arrows. Frost Arrows apply a hypothermia stack to enemy heroes, reducing their regeneration by 10% per stack. Lasts 7 seconds. If an enemy hero dies with hypothermia stacks, they burst and deal 60 magic damage per stack. And slow 25% for 2 seconds enemies within 650 radius. Why are these AoEs so big?
Streams as much, if not more. Keep up the good work.
Hey, thank you, spell out my name. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. These AoEs are so massive. Fuck. Did they just buff Drow Ranger for custom hero clash? Fucking rip and piece that game on. Well, I was just secretly busted by balancing custom hero clash. Well, then they're doing a poor job because Drow Ranger was already pretty good. Okay. It's only when you kill enemy hero. Ah, okay. Level 2 max and get this bad boy. So like the thing is you can get these stacks really quickly, right? Item heart. Assault. Okay, so this guy's actually kind of tanky now, as you would expect, and then we can kind of just go. And now we've got attack speed. Like, look, you get these stacks really quick. Oh, wait, does it? Oh no, it does say max stacks 7 at the very bottom. Ah, okay. Sorry, I guess I didn't see this. It's a bit strange to add the max stacks here instead of adding it here. But yeah, okay, but then I guess it's fine. So it's at most 420 damage. Yeah, seems reasonable. Earth Spirit. Causes Earth Remnants to provide 400 ground vision. Increases charge count by 4. Well, that's god tier. That might be the best one I've seen so far. Alright, Remnants only last 1 minute now. Yeah, that one is incredible. Okay. Earthshaker. Reduces Fisher cooldown by 2 seconds, allows you to walk on it. When you cast a spell, an aftershock effect is replicated through the Fisher's path. That is strange. Elder Titan allows you to turn Echo Stomp on autocast. When cast while on autocast, you will take the place of the Astral Spirit as it completes its stomp. What? I'm sorry, this doesn't even make any sense to me. Okay. Ah, okay, like, they say autocast, but like, it doesn't actually autocast. You guys need a new name for that. Right? Like, you say allows you to put it on autocast, so I assume you will be doing some autocasting. But there is no autocasting, it's just a toggle. Right? Yeah, okay. So that's what confused me for a second. A bit of a strange language. Fire Remnants deal 45 damage per second in a 600 AoE around them. Dying or killing an enemy hero leaves a Fire Remnant nearby. Kills within 400 range of you count. This is good for farming, right? On Ember Spirit, you get this, you slam these guys into a lane, get some last hit. This seems kind of nice. I don't know. This is hard to judge. I think this is kind of the kind of thing you need to see in a game. Nature's Attendants. Adds 3 permanent Nature's Attendant that follow you around. Whew. That's good. That's nice. Alright, we gotta try this one out, I think. I wanna see how much... I wanna see how much healing that is. That seems like it might be a lot of healing. Because like Nature's Attendant is a good healing ability. This is a good heal. Alright, so we get this, and let's level up a bit. So we're level 7 now. So I have my 3 Nature's Attendants. That is not an inconsequential amount of healing. Especially if you consider this, right? Like I usually have Untouchable. Like this level 30 Nyx actually doesn't really do that much damage. Alright, let's get to level 30. So now our Nature's Attendants heal for another 20, right? Okay, so the Nyx just cannot deal damage to us now. He's trying his best, but honestly... Yeah, this seems pretty good. This seems pretty good. What else? Sproink now launches an impetus attack on the free furthest enemy units within your attack range plus 200. Oh. So she gets a fun little bonus Aghanim's effect here. That seems fine. Honestly, Sproink struck me as kind of useless. Alright, it seems a little less useless now. Does this use mana? No. So these impetus attacks are free. Am I seeing this right? Ooh. That seems pretty good then. Does this... but it does only work with impetus, right? I assume if you don't have impetus, then it doesn't work. Which is a very specific question that is only related to our custom games, but hey, it's kind of... I care. I don't know about you guys, but I care. Enigma. Black hole now does a non-interrupting pull towards its center. ...175 units per second is pretty big. I don't know. Like, this seems good, but I gotta say... Enigma is the kind of hero where I feel like... Enigma is always running a bit low on money. But, I don't know. It seems fine. Faceless Void. Time Walk. Time Walk remains castable for 1.5 seconds after landing. If used in this period, you will reverse your Time Walk back to your previous cast location. Increases Time Walk cast range by 200. So this is just a really weird... I thought it was gonna blink. I didn't expect it to actually, like, reverse it. That is funny. So this is... kind of... Does not change health to second use. So it's like a weird time lapse, right? I do not see the point of this. I honestly, like, this is funny, but I do not see the point of this. I know how this happens though, right? Because like sometimes when you're designing shit for a game, right? You're designing, and then you realize, guys, I just spent 2 weeks designing 2 cool abilities, and I have 120 heroes to go. And frankly, we're just gonna have to come up with some shit. So what you then do is you spend the next 3 days coming up with 30 to 40 abilities that you just kind of like toss in there. And this is one of them. Alright, this is one of them. This is one where like, alright, shit guys, shit, oh god, we need a thing, What can Faceless Void do? What if he just like Control C, you know, what if he just reverses it? And then, there you go. It's Time Walk apply on the Moonwalk too. Alright, I guess that's something worth testing, let's try that. But yeah, this is a thing, you know, like sometimes you just end up in a situation where, alright, so this is what it looks like. You can yeet yourself in. I guess you can like use this if you're in the middle of the fight and you're like, oh, there's the enemy carry! Kill, 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 go back. No, I don't know, doesn't seem that good actually, but you know. Or you can like yeet yourself into the lane, kill this, and okay. I know, I'm not convinced either. Okay, this... Alright, so that does nothing. No, it does not apply it again. So, yeah, I think this is just one of those effects where they were like, what would be funny? What would be funny? I have no beef with that, sometimes that's just what happens. Ink over, grants ink over, covers the target enemy in ink for 6 seconds, slowing attack speed by 50, movement speed by 20, and dealing a total of 240 damage over its duration. This seems like a very good ability. I know this is a very simple ability, but I think its simplicity actually makes it really, really good. This seems like a really nice ability. Rocket Barrage now hits an extra target, increases barrage duration by 1 second. So it doesn't deal double damage. It just, like, it deals double damage if you have 2 units, right? But it doesn't deal double damage if you have 1 unit. So that seems fine. Askar causes inner fire to reduce healing region by 50% and apply a 35% movement speed slow. Yeah, who cares? Just remove inner fire. I hate it. Ice Wall causes Ice Wall to become a 900 range vector target ability. Really, it upgrades Ice Wall out of all things. Yes, this is very much good. This makes it a way, 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 way more powerful ability. Alright? Like, incomparably more powerful. Io. No longer has instant turning before actions. What? But he is a ball. But he is a ball. You can't do that to him. Oh my god. I'm sad. Spirits has in and out sub abilities again. Thank you. I hated it. I hated the way it worked right now. Ending Tavern or stuns enemies touching it for 1.75 seconds, deals 150 damage. Guys, remember when Teva used to stun if you walked into it? That used to be a thing. Jakiro grants Liquid Frost. Auto-cast attack ability. Causes your ice head to release a frost-based attack, slowing enemies by 30% and dealing 20 plus 2.5% max health as damage per second for 4 seconds. Okay. Seems pretty decent, honestly. A big question, does it work on towers? Does it work on towers? Apparently it does work on towers. Well, let's have a quick look then. Where's Jakiro? I wish I could sort these guys alphabetically. Sort by... No, that's not what I want to do. Here's Jakiro. So, we get this bad boy. So we can actually take a hit and then get this bad. Well, sure, Tango, why not? Alright, Liquid Frost. Guys, I'm noticing a problem. Alright, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We got it. It's fine. It's fine. We got it. Okay. So. And... Boop. Oh, wow. It does work on towers. So can you, like... Wait. So can you, like, have these at the same time? I can. I'm sad that they didn't make an animation where both heads attack, though. That's a bit disappointing, isn't it? Read our patch notes page. It's eating your RAM. Is it lagging? Are we lagging? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a shame that they aren't, okay, let me, we are Jakiro right now. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah. The fact that they don't, like, unload the gifts is a bit lame. Blade Fury. Increases your movement speed but during Blade Fury by 100 and attacks a random nearby enemy once per second. Okay. Yeah, who cares? This is actually nice. 20 seconds healing mode cooldown reduction. I guess you can now Swift Slash and Ancient Stack if you want to. Oh no. Oh god. Cartel, what have they done to you as well? I don't even want to know. Added Solar Bind as a new basic ability. Lowers the target magic resistance by 30% and causes the target to become increasingly slow the more the target moves. Each 100 units moved reduces the target movement speed by 8.5%, last 7 seconds. Spirit Form is now an ultimate ability. Transforms your hero into a spirit form, granting you movement speed and cast range. Grants blinding light and recall. Also causes illuminate to no longer require channeling. And then Scepter Rework now gains Will-O-Wisp. However, instead of a stun on flicker, it applies a movement manipulation that pulls units towards units inward at a rate of 60 units per second, but doesn't prevent attacking / casting. So it's old Kotl, but instead of giving like the mana leak back, they made it movement speed based. And then Illuminate causes Illuminate to heal allied units for 40% of its damage during daytime. Okay, look, I know we could look at this in detail, but we're already an hour and a half into this, and I don't care about Kotl. I don't know if you guys care about Kotl, but I don't care about Kotl. I don't give a shit about this hero, so we're just gonna skip him. Kunkka. A Tidal Wave. Grants Tidal Wave. It releases a wave towards the target direction and deals 225 damage and drags enemies along it for 600 range or 1.25 seconds. The wave spawns 600 units behind you and travels 1400 distance in front of you. So it's like a weird boat, right? Well, it seems pretty good with boat, honestly. That seems pretty good in general. The fact that it spawns behind you so far and it's so wide. High ground defending power. Oh, you blink behind the enemy team and push them all into your team. Seems pretty decent. Hey, Das Vincent. Thank you very much for the 40 months. Kunkka is like getting increasingly better at casting, by the way. It's actually kind of wild, isn't it? Right? Like he's just got, he got the Aghanim's now. He's got triple boat. He's got tidal wave. Like this is a lot of stuff that's happening here. Legion Commander. While dueling every 1.5 seconds, overwhelming odds is cast centered on a random enemy unit with a 900 radius. Does not center on the same target twice. Prioritizes heroes. Why? That was a crappy effect. I don't like it. Split off causes split off to repeat in the same location 2 additional times with a 5-second delay between each one. Each time the radius increases by 75. Split off echolocation is visible to both teams. This actually strikes me as pretty good. First of all, this is going to be amazing for farming. Right? It's independent. It doesn't require you to have heroes. Scepter Rework. Oh, grants stability nihilism. Grants you a temporary aura that causes you and all nearby enemies in 450 AoE to turn ethereal, preventing them from attacking, causing them to take 30% more magic damage and be slowed by 30% for 4 seconds. Increases your speed rather than reducing it. Right, I'm gonna have to have a look at this. I'm gonna have to have a look at this and see how this guy actually works. Alright. So here's this guy. Let's first have a look at this. So I activate this, right? Oh, it's enemies, okay. Huh. Is the timer independent from each other? Oh, so I can activate this. And then like run into you like so. And then mine already is out, but yours keeps going for a little longer. No, it's an aura, it just lingers for half a second. Yeah, okay. It doesn't have independent durations. It's just an aura, so it lingers for half a second on enemies. Okay, that actually seems kind of decent. That seems actually kind of pretty strong. And then we've got ourselves this bad boy. And then... So I think this ability is good. Because, like, here's the thing. This already does pretty good damage, right? But... This... Wait, this is hardly visible. Wait, this looks way more visible in the clip. This is actually, like... If you look at it like this, it's pretty visible. But if there's, like, actual units you're hitting with it... Or like, is it the water that's messing with it?
All is chaos.
Yeah, it's not visible in the water at all. Wow, okay, that kind of changes things a little bit. Yeah, but I think this is actually kind of... I can see myself buying this for farming. You buy this and you farm some creeps, right? I feel like that's just nice. And it is currently stronger in the river. Okay. Lich. Ice Spire. Grants Ice Spire. Creates an icicle at the target spot for 15 seconds, slowing enemies by 20% within 500 range. Chain Frost can bounce to the icicle if there are no other enemies in range. Can cast Frost Shield on it. Okay. So now you can Chain Frost. Like even a single enemy. I guess. I don't know. I have little opinion on this. Oh no. Lifestealer. Don't. I don't even want to know about it. I don't even want to know about it. Stop butchering my heroes. I like Lifestealer. None of the changes he made him any more fun. Replaced open wounds with Ghoul Frenzy. Ghoul Frenzy. Passively causes Lifestealer's attacks to slow enemy movement speed by 24% for 1.5 seconds. Additional grants you 50 attack speed. Feast increased. And Feast no longer grants attack speed. Passively causes lifesteal attacks to slow any movement speed by 24% for 1.5 seconds. Okay. So it's just another passive, I guess. I don't know. Is that more fun than open wounds? Allows infesting enemy heroes for 4 seconds, attacking inside them every 1.25 seconds. Enemy heroes gain no bonuses from infest. Doubles self-regen rate, increases cast range to 500 and reduces cooldown to 25 seconds. Alright, so I guess you can jump into enemies to deal some damage. Provides attackers with 50% lifesteal for all damage dealt to the target. Oh, you get open wounds as the Aghanim's shard ability. Why wasn't this Ghoul Frenzy the Aghanim's shard ability? Don't like it. Alright, Laguna Blade. Increases Laguna Blade cast range by 150. Laguna Blade can be ground targeted and will always travel its full cast length and hit all units along its path. This is cool. Yeah. Lion. Mana Drain. Grants true sight over the enemy and reduces the attack speed by 90. Okay. Lone Druid. Savage Roar now empowers allied units in 700 AoE with 20% movement speed and 60 attack speed. Okay. Luna. Lucent Beam. Allows Lucent Beam to be ground targeted, increases stun duration from 0.8 to 1.1 and grants you 30% bonus movement speed for 3 seconds. Ground target surge radius 325. So it works like Zeus. Yeah, I guess okay. I don't know. A lot of these that we're seeing right now to me are, you know what I talked about a second ago where it's just kind of filler? This seems like that, where it's just kind of like, yeah, I guess, I don't know. Sun Wolves. Causes one of your creep waves to include an uncontrollable wolf that moves with each wave. Yes! I like this one. I like that they brought it back. Although just one wolf seems kind of bad. I feel like they could have made it two. But then again, this is way cheaper than Aghanim's, so yeah. Okay. Magnus, Scepter Rework. Releases 3 shockwaves going outward from you at a 30-degree angle. Can only be hit by 1. After reaching the end, the shockwaves come back to the origin and deal 75 damage and pull towards cast point a second time. Okay. So it's just now he's got 3 instead of just 1 returning one. And Horn Toss. Grants Horn Toss. Tosses enemies in front of you, launching them behind you. Oh, he can yeet them. I like it. This is a very nice ability for the hero, I think. You can yeet people behind you and then skewer them into your team. Very fun. I like it. This is a nice ability. Mars. Scepter Rework. Creates invulnerable soldiers in front of you while Bulwark is toggled on. Soldiers move alongside your hero and deal you full damage with bonus 75 damage. Enemies can only be attacked by 1 soldier at a time. Soldiers apply 20% slow for 1 second on their attacks. Okay, we're gonna have to see that in action. Spear of Mars upgrade. Spear of Mars impairs up to 2 units and leaves a fire trail behind it which lasts for 10 seconds. Deals 35% DPS and slows by 20%. Alright, so they're just kind of like using stuff they made for Aghanim's Labyrinth, which is fair. Right? I think that's fair. You're not getting any hate from me for that. You know, sometimes you just gotta reuse some shit. So, I'm mostly interested in this Aghanim's upgrade. I think we don't really need to look at the shard, but what is this like? Whew! Okay. Not what I expected. How much damage does this do? Dealing his full damage plus 75. Wait, they deal your attack damage?
Enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Can they crit? They can. Holy shit. And they slow. What's their attack speed? They attack... Well, it doesn't say anything about attack speed. Alright, I'm gonna drop these really quick so I can get some attack speed going. No, they seem to attack at a set rate. Test cleave. Oh god. Battle Fury. Okay. Yeah, cleave does work. But it feels like you just want to like tank, like you just want to like build like high damage there. It seems pretty, this seems pretty powerful. This seems pretty nice, I gotta say. Alright, next up, Medusa. Grants cold-blooded passive. When you target her with a spell, a single target mystic snake is sent back towards the enemy. When she still has her old agonyms. What the fuck? Wait, so if you target her, you just get stunned? Well, that seems really good. It seems really powerful that you can just like buy agonyms and then just every time you get targeted. I guess it has a 12-second cooldown. 12-second cooldown makes it a little worse, but that's still pretty good. I mean, honestly, her agonyms effect wasn't that bad in the first place. It's a Lincoln, but worse. How is it worse than a Lincoln's? I guess it doesn't block the spell, right? But like Medusa doesn't mind taking like a spell every once in a while. I feel like you can just get both. Like, why don't you get this and Lincoln's? Alright. Grants a new skill, Dig. Clones also have this ability. Channels for 0.75 seconds and digs into the ground for 3.5 seconds. Dispelling you and causing you to become invulnerable and targetable. Restores a total of 25% of your max health over the duration. Can't be cast while rooted. No, it's just like a protective thing. Ransack now has a 30% chance on hit to apply Geostrike debuff, slowing enemies by 20%, dealing 20 DPS. Okay. Causes Sacred Arrow to release a Starfall and enemies within 500 AoE along the travel path. Drops a second Starfall that deals 50% damage on the impacted unit. Wait, how does this work? And then grants +1 leap charge. Attacks during leap buff have 1.5 critical strike. Okay. As always with Mirana, it's kind of this weird mixture of like right click and spellcasting. I'm a little confused by how this Aghanim's works. So I'm gonna give that a quick look. So if I yeet this in here. Okay, well that did nothing. Is it only heroes? No, it says enemies. Oh, I don't have Starstone leveled. Big brain. Huh. Alright, if I create... Huh. That actually seems really good. I mean, the AoE is really big too. Like, it's not that hard to actually hit with this. And it does just kind of like let you... You know, you just kind of like throw this now and then it travels here and boom. This actually seems pretty good. Yeah. It's a nice damage in case you miss it. Well, it's guaranteed damage even if you miss it. And if you do hit, then you deal even more damage. Seems pretty strong. Monkey King. Lowest tree dance cooldown from 1 to 0.3 and cast point from 0.3 to 1. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, okay. So, Monkey King.
Ready for anything.
Monkey King is just
Over here.
jumping around. Just jumping around. No big deal.
Here we go.
No, he is very quick. Oh my god. Okay. Feels like I've already traveled the whole map here, dude. So this seems pretty decent, honestly. No boots needed. I mean, why would you?
Nice view. Taking the high ground.
This seems like a fairly good effect.
You can see everything up here.
Alright. I don't know. Alright, now I've got way more cast range and I have vision. Whew. This hero is just gonna be able to like jump around the whole map in no time. I mean, like, the thing about it is like it seems pretty good. I don't know if Monkey King really needs it though. Monkey King is already really quick. This is one of those effects where I look at it and I'm just like, is this powerful? Yes. Does it really solve a problem that Monkey King has? I don't think so. I feel like Monkey King is already really fast, you know? Like he's already, you know, he's already good in that regard. So it just feels a bit unnecessary in a way. Adaptive Strike. Causes Adaptive Strike to have +1 multi-shot and removes the 3-second share cooldown between the two different abilities. Ooh. Okay. And instead you can get +30 strength there, I guess. Surprised this is not +30 base strength. Naga. Allows Ensnare to target spell immune or sleeping units. Reduces Ensnare cooldown by 5 seconds. Increases cast range by 400. And then Ensnare cooldown talent is gone here. Alright. Riptide. Can activate Riptide. Releasing stronger Riptide that deals 100 extra damage and slows enemies by 30% for 3 seconds. So it's just the old Riptide. Okay. Lowers cooldown from 85 to 60. I assume of Wrath of Nature. I mean, it would be nice to mention that. Entangles all enemies. It hits duration scales from 1.2 seconds up to 3 seconds at max balance. So I know what you're saying with entangles, which is rooting people. But maybe you should actually use the language used in your fucking game instead of coming up with a new word because you've been playing too much fucking D&D recently. Ugh. Sorry. Sprout. Causes the first 2 trees destroyed with Sprout to summon greater treants. Can only have 2 greater treants alive at a time. Oh. I assume when I use my treant summon, this will also work. Yeah. Grants Death Seeker. Spawns a fast-moving large death pulse towards the enemy target hero or ally, dealing 50% more damage and causing it to spread a normal death pulse towards nearby enemies and allies. Okay. Cool. Does it heal? Does this heal this bigger death pulse? Or does it only do damage?
I am the Plague Mage.
It does heal. Okay. Yeah. So it applies the normal death pulse. I guess. What's the cooldown? 20 seconds. These all have a fairly long cooldown. Night Stalker. During nighttime, you can cast Hunter in the Night. Consume a lesser creature, instantly killing it and restoring 25% of your max HP and mana. Well, that seems pretty good. I don't know if it's worth the money. Like, just buy some lifesteal. I guess it's good for the middle of a fight. No, this actually strikes me as kind of bad. Vendetta causes your Vendetta attack to reduce magic resistance by 20% for 4 seconds. Also increases Vendetta movement speed by 40%, unlocking max speed. Alright, so you're really quick then. Sure. Fire Shield. Grants Fire Shield. Creates a shield around a target, ally, or building, absorbing 70% of the damage from the next 3 attacks. Launches fireballs at the attacker, dealing 125 damage. Lasts 25 seconds, can be multicast. Cast range 600. Alright. But it doesn't multicast it, like you don't get multiple balls on yourself. I guess. Omni Knight. Grants Hammer of Purity. Auto attack ability. Causes your next attack to deal bonus pure damage equal to 25 plus 150% of your base damage. You're healed for the amount of damage dealt. Oh, only 6 seconds cooldown though. That actually seems pretty good. Like, how much damage are we looking at there? This is the kind of thing that I think there's actually like quite a bit of value to having a look at it in-game. So we get this. Costs 30 mana. And what level would we be? Probably like level 15-ish. And we have like what? Let's say we have some treads and... I don't know. Witchblade? Probably not. Yeah, whatever. Let's just get some items. This does 200 damage, dude. Like, this is a 400 HP swing. This actually strikes me as fairly powerful. Especially since it's pure, right? Yeah, it's pure damage. And you get the heal on top of it. You have this really weird sound effect that plays. Say we have 3 Divines. 3 Divines wouldn't even help because it's based on your base damage. Yeah. Oracle, Scepter Rework. Causes Fate Edicts to no longer disarm allies or make enemies magic damage immune. Oh, that makes it quite powerful. Causes False Promise to have a 0.3 second Fate delay invisibility. Alright. Yeah, it does feel like they're just kind of like shuffling some stuff around sometimes. I'm gonna go pee before I read this because I have to pee. 1 second. This is not happening right now. You guys can't read it. I'll be right back.
Gift of power, I am grateful.
Meep meep.
Okay. Alright. Hey, Jen Xinju, thank you very much for the 43 months. Renamed from Outward Devourer to Outworld Destroyer. Why? 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 I don't understand these people. Okay. Astral Imprisonment stuff no longer deals area damage. Damage to a single target increased. Now steals max mana from enemies for 60 seconds. It doesn't increase your current mana values and doesn't reduce the enemy's current mana value directly. Okay, mana orb change from 200 to 20% of your current mana. Cooldown to 6420. Arcane orb damage increased to 14%. So you only level it up for the cooldown reduction. Yeah, sure. I mean, like, whatever. Essence Flux no longer has an active component. Sanity's Eclipse no longer provides us other abilities with a mana capacity charge counter. Okay. I don't care. Essence Flux. Essence Flux becomes a 1.5 second channel ability. Swaps your current life and mana totals. Only transfers 75% of your current, of their respective values. "45 seconds cooldown." Okay. Well, that's terrible. This does not seem good. Pangolier. Roll Up. Grants Roll Up. Turns you into a protective ball for up to 4 seconds, gaining magic immunity and allowing you to turn. Oh. Can be cast during Rolling Thunder to temporarily pause it. Oh, so that's what you were showing. You were just being really weird about it. If an enemy has attack you during roll-up, you will roll away from the attacker for 0.5 seconds. Applying Rolling Thunder damage / stun if the enemy's in the way. See, this is the kind of thing where they had a lot of fun with it. Right? You know how I said earlier with some of them, you just bash them out in one day, and then with other ones, you spend 2 weeks on it? This is one that they spend 2 weeks on. I don't think we need to test it out in game. I think, you know, it's kind of clear how it works from the image here. But yeah. Phantom Assassin. Fan of Knife. Grants Fan of Knife. Releases sharp blades around you in a 550 AoE, dealing 12% of enemies max health on impact and applying break for 3 seconds. Are we confident Blizzard wants to? I mean, Fan of Knives. I mean, that's a pretty distinct name. Alright. Well, Dota's gonna get shut down soon, everybody. So, Custom Clash. Oh! But 20-second cooldown. These all have such a long cooldown. Like, that's the thing. But I guess it's nice for fighting heroes because of the, like... Yeah. I don't know. Spirit Lands okay, wait, Scepter Rework. Juxtapose can now be cast, destroying your other Juxtapose illusions and quickly creating the max illusion it allows with a bonus 10-second duration. Oh, that seems nasty. Spirit Lance. Spirit Lance bounces towards an enemy up to 900 units away. Yeah. So they just put the Aghanims there. Okay. Phoenix. Fire Spirits. Causes Fire Spirits to become a passive ability. Every 7 seconds a Fire Spirit spawns. So this is the best one we've seen so far, right? This is the best one? I mean, this seems insane. Best one is Mars. Okay, Mars seems pretty good as well. No, but like in terms of actual power level, this one seems crazy strong. I don't know. Puck. Waning Rift now deals 70 bonus damage and knocks enemies back 250 distance or 0.4 seconds. Reveals invisible enemy units and wards in the area for 5 seconds. Okay. Sure. Pudge Reworked. Increases rod radius by 200 damage by 80. Reduces health regen on affected enemies by 25%. And then they made it... Yeah, and then they made that an Aghanim's shard. Okay, sure. Pugna. Every 1.75 seconds of channel on an enemy, another secondary life drain is created targeting another random enemy hero on a cast range plus 200. You will continue to channel until there are no enemy heroes available or the channel duration runs out. Okay. Sure. Queen of Pain. Releases a sonic boom when you... By the way, I'm not trying to like kind of skip past a lot of these, but like when I see that the image is just clear and there's really nothing we need to talk about, then I kind of leave it at that so we can actually move on quickly. Because this is already 2 hours long and really like, God, I just want to get through it at this stage. But we will talk about stuff in depth when it seems appropriate, but I don't really have anything to add to this. This seems like a fairly powerful effect, right? But I think it's fairly obvious how it works, so yeah. Alright. Blink releases a sonic boom when you blink at both your starting and ending location. Deals 150 damage in a 300 AoE and silences for 1.5 seconds. You can be hit by both. Okay. So you can do this right on top of an enemy to deal 300 extra damage, which seems good. And the silence is nice too. This just seems like a nice thing to have, especially on a Queen of Pain. I think a Queen of Pain doesn't mind it. So one of the big things about Queen of Pain with this ability, let me go ahead and talk about this really quick. But Queen of Pain, from my experience, she oftentimes, so she's not a bad farmer, but it is a bit slower than it could be, right? But now you go ahead, you get to level 7. No, it's whatever. Yeah. So you've got this, and then you get yourself your Aghanim's shard, right? And then you run into a creep wave. Well, let me wait until there's actually a creep wave really quick. Right, so you run into the creep wave, you do this, and you do this, and you've got it. And that is nice. That, I think, is very powerful. It just greatly speeds up her farming potential. So, in that way, I think it's not too bad. Of course, yes, like, the shard is locked behind 20 minutes of game time. So that's kind of the difficult part. But like, at 20 minutes, you can easily afford this on a quad. Right? At 20 minutes, you have your orchid and whatnot. And then you get it. And then you're good. You just use the early game to brawl, and then starting at 20 minutes, you start farming with this. This seems like actually one of the stronger effects. On top of that, it silences. I think this effect would be strong if it didn't silence, but the fact that it silences, just cherry on top, you know? Razor. Did you guys not change his passive? They didn't change his passive? Did you just look at Razor and be like, 20% movement speed? That's fine. That's fine. This is a perfect ability. I have no problem. Okay. So, Aghanim's Shard. Cause a storm surge to have an 80% chance to release a forked lightning when attacked, or always when targeted with a spell hitting the target and up to 2 other enemies. Deals 120 damage and slows them by 50% for 1.5 seconds. Okay, so that's a good ability, right? But why is this not the ability in the first place? Why do... Like, this feels like Razor just starts with 3 abilities and he has to buy one halfway through the game. Poor Razor. Chad, push F to pay respect to Razor. The poor guy. He's trying his best. Alright. I'm gonna reload this really quick so my PC doesn't fucking die at some point. We did all of these. Wow, we're actually like pretty deep into this already. Phoenix, Poke, well, already, like, taking a while. So, this all seems fine. Tricks of the Trade, Stepped Upgrade, now hits 2 units at once rather than 1, so that seems pretty good. A Grand Sleeping Dart. Fires the dart at the target enemy, putting them to sleep for 3 seconds. When the target wakes up, they receive 150 damage and are slowed. So this is single target? Yeah, this effect seems good. This is actually just a nice ability. A good disable. Like a 3-second stun. Let's have a quick look at this, I suppose. So I want to see if this is a single target. If I'm understanding it is a single target. So let's get this. So a target enemy, right? I can't shoot it at a creep. Yeah, it is single target. It makes them invulnerable. Which, I know that seems kind of bad, but that's fine. You can get a lot of value out of it. It is just a 3-second stun. Right? Like a 3-second stun. I have to say, I think this is Ricky's best ability. It's got a really big cast range. It does like a slow on top of everything. Is this... this might just be... This might just be better than all of Ricky's other abilities. Oh, poor Ricky. Yeah, well. So, this feels like an ability that is good enough that you might, like, pick Ricky just for this. And that's it. Yeah, this is really strong. This is a really strong ability on a hero where... You know, Anyway. Rubik. Alright, this is another favorite. Allows you to use telekinesis on yourself or an ally. Throw range is 60% longer and cooldown is reduced by 30% when targeting allies. Throw delay is reduced to 0.5 seconds. Free? This is not 0.5 seconds. There's way more than 0.5 seconds right there. Alright, you can just yeet yourself or allies around. I mean, that seems good. I will yeet myself around. Happily. Every 700 units move causes an epicenter pulse around you in a 400 AoE. Yeah, okay. We're gonna have to have a quick look at this because questions do arise with this one. Okay, so obviously it's based on like your movement speed will work, right? So I run around and then my movement and then poof. Question is, does Boros Strike work? Yes, Boros Strike works and it does it at the end. What about Blink Dagger? Yes.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Cool. Well, there we have it. What about Yules? Well, Yules, funnily enough, does actually give you like tiny bits of movement speed. Well, tiny bits of movement. If you use yourself enough, it will eventually do it. Yeah, you do move while Yules, which is very funny. So if you want to, you can kind of like come in, do this, run around a little bit, and then use a Yules for like even a little bit bonus damage. I don't know. I know, okay. Epicenter now uses cast time instead of channel time. Which, thank God, I mean honestly, this made no sense why this was a why this was a channel, right? I've been arguing for this needing to be a cast point for a long time. This feels so much better. Also now I can dance with Sand King, which makes me very happy. He even makes his own beat. Alright, dude. Now we're talking. Alright. This is I'm happy. Like, how fast can we go? Alright, very good. So we've learned nothing, but it is very cool. Shadow Demon. Demonic Purge Scepter upgrade debuff now ends when a new one is cast. Okay. Demonic Purge. Allows Demonic Purge to be cast on allies, continuously dispelling them and healing them at the end instead of damaging them. Does not slow allies. Okay, so I get that this is a cool, like, fine effect, but why is Shadow Demon healing things? What is the flavor here? Ugh, I don't get it. Necro Mastery now provides 0.75% spell arm per soul. Okay, how many souls can you have? You can have like 20. So you get 1.5 per 2, so you get 150. Wait, no, fuck my math. 15. You can have 25 souls, right? Now, how many souls can you have? 25 of Aghanim's. But no. Alright, let's do Aghanim's, I guess. So 25 per Aghanim's. So 1.5. So 12.5 for 1.5. So 10. You get 10 times 1.5 is 15. And then the 2.5 remaining is a number of 3. 3.75. So 18.75% spell up. That's terrible. That is just not good. That's disappointing. I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting. Well, I guess Shadow Fiend got scammed. Alright, well, that's really all I have to say there. Shadow Shaman. Shackles create 4 serpent wards that attack the target while you channel. Increases shackle range by 15, 150. Wards last 8 seconds. Okay, that seems pretty good. I mean, you can use the wards to, like, push and all of that. I think this is, like, as far as, like, spending 1400 gold goes, I think on a Shadow Shaman you can do way worse than this. Right? Like, this seems to me super solid. So, I have no beef with that. Last word's radius increase. Causes Glaze of Wisdom to bounce towards the closest enemy unit, dealing 50% of your attack damage. Okay, and it does do Glaze of Wisdom on both of them. This seems like a must-buy. Right? It actually seems very, very good for this hero as well. Steal in from the bounce? I would assume so. Okay, well, I think we're gonna have to do a little bit of testing on this one. Does it lifesteal? Does it Scotty? Does it all do all of that? Right? Honestly, generally speaking, I think this sounds really... It sounds kind of lame. It's not a very exciting one, but it seems like it seems like a really, really good one. Alright, we'll level up a bunch. So we have this. We can get ourselves this and get ourselves this for mana regen. Alright, so here's our thing. And then we create a bot. Next enemy, and we give the bots an axe and give bots a heart really quick. And so yes, I'm stealing int from both instances. Can I Scotty? Only the original guy is getting Scottied. What about Desolator? Only the original guy is getting Desolated. What about Lightning? Oh, I'm killing them.
Spinning blade.
I don't ever proc Lightning, but I also think I only triggered on the original guy. So it appears the only thing that actually bounces in terms of effectiveness is the Glaze of Wisdom. This still seems very good. Honestly, I feel like on Silencer can fight really well in the early game, and then you can kind of like get your money through that. But mid game, I feel like if you're trying to be some sort of right clicker, he tends to fall off a little bit. And so giving him the ability to just, you know, like make some more money seems like a pretty nice thing for the hero. Yeah, the only thing that bounces is the Glaze of Wisdom. Nothing else bounces. Which is a little bit strange. But hey. Guess so be it. Sky of Mage. Ancient Seal debuff now causes our debuff applied to last 40 other debuffs applied to last 40 seconds longer and grants vision over the target. Oh, that's good. That's juicy. Slaughter. Where it causes corrosive haze to be applied for 5 seconds to units hit with Slitherine Crush. That's good as well. But, you know, not very exciting. Seems pretty strong. Aghanim's Shard ability. Fish Bait. Grants Fish Bait. Can throw it on enemies to reduce the movement speed by 30% and grant you true sight over them for 4 seconds. If you pounce an enemy during that time, you will be rewarded with 50 attack speed for the duration of the bounce. See, can I talk about like flavor and language really quick? So, do you see what they did here? Instead of saying you gain 50 attack speed, they said you will be rewarded with 50 attack speed. It's the same thing, but it just kind of feels like, hey, now I kind of understand why it's called fish bait. I'm the fish. I'm baiting myself. Why am I tossing the fish bait? Doesn't really make sense, but like now I'm willing to set that aside, right? And that's kind of like the sort of thing that you can do with language in the game. It's not fine. Gobble can now target special units like Golem, Spirit Bear, etc. Okay. Scatterblast. Units in the blank point range of Scatterblast will be knocked back. 250 units take 125 extra damage and be stunned for 1.5 seconds. That seems good. Concussive Grenade. Grants Concussive Grenade. Knocks enemies back 400... So, God. Is everything a knockback? This is their new thing, right? Everything is a knockback. That's why they added 3 more Blink Daggers. Because everything is pushing people around now. So now you need the mobility to be able to come back. They want to make Paxold more useful. So they made the entire game based on knockbacks. Alright. Grants Concussive Grenade. Knocks enemies back 425 units, slowing them by 50% and disarming them for 3 seconds. Yeah, seems good, but everything is a knockback. Knockback and illusions, that's what this patch is. Spectre. Can activate dispersion to spawn a haunt illusion to attack the most recent hero that damaged you in the last 5 seconds. See? That's what I said. Everything is illusions or knockback. Spirit Breaker. Causes Never Strike to have a cast delay rather than a cast time. Deal 200 extra damage and apply break for 4 seconds. Use spell immune during the cast delay. This means you can cast it and you can still do stuff in between. That's actually pretty nice. Right? It means you can cast it and it's guaranteed to happen. Tiny bit of spell immunity, I suppose. Electric Rave. Grants Electric Rave. Gives you and allied heroes within 750 AoE of your free Overload charges. Lasts up to 12 seconds or until the charges are depleted. Cooldown 30, mana cost 150. Additionally, passively provides 40 attack speed to Storm Spirit. Alright. That actually seems pretty powerful, honestly speaking. Right? Very easy to use, and it's just kind of guaranteed damage, a pretty significant amount too. And level 25 talent change from Overload pierces immunity to +2 Overload bounce. Causes your attack to bounce up to 2 times at random enemies. Can bounce back if they're only 2 enemies. Does that work with the Aghanim's Shard? Can my allies bounce Overload? That is, I guess, the big question here, right? So, create hero Phantom. Good. So we level up to max. And then we get ourselves this Aghanim's Shard here. And then I use my Electric Rave. Do you bounce? You do bounce. You do bounce. So that is pretty powerful. The fact that it bounces for allies too. Alright. So it doesn't work on illusions. Okay. Good. That would have been scary. Oh, hello, cat. So, Sven. Stormhammer now applies a dispel on enemies. Wow, fucking yeet yourself in there, dude. Alright, they made it cost gold instead of being a talent, which seems fine, I guess. Stormhammer Scepter no longer applies attacks on impact. Okay. Techies. Increases blast of cast range by 600 and applies a 1. Oh my god, what a range. Applies a 1.5 second stun to enemies within 200 AoE. Okay. Causes Psionic Trap to silence enemies for up to 2.5 seconds based on how long the trap has been charged. Okay, sure. Terror Blade. Terror Wave ability is now gained when equipping Scepter rather than after Metamorphosis cast. Yeah, I don't know why that needed Metamorphosis. It wasn't even that good within Metamorphosis. Terror Wave Fear now sends units away from you rather than towards the fountain. Yes, thank you. Terror Wave Scepter ability now grants you Metamorphosis for 10 seconds. If Metamorphosis is already active, it extends it by 10 seconds instead. So it's all about kind of like utilizing the Metamorphosis a bit better now, which is very, very smart. I think this is way better. Grants Demon Seal. Costs 25% of your current HP to cast. Costs 25% of your current HP to cast, providing you 25 movement speed, 50 attack speed for 6 seconds. Provides 50% more bonus while melee. Okay. Cooldown 14. So is this just so you don't have to buy Audit anymore if you want to play Shadowblade, Dagon, Terrorblade? Like, I don't see the other point of this. I guess if you have a lot of lifesteal. I don't know. I mean, 50 attack speed is just not even that good. I think they didn't want to give Terrorblade something that's crazy powerful. Like, I think you still get this, and I think you still use it. But they didn't want to give Terrorblade something exciting, because Terrorblade already makes a lot of money anyway. Titanoid. Increases Anchor Smash damage by 19, causes it to affect buildings. Reduces cooldown by 1 second. Okay. Cool, I guess. I mean, it working on buildings is strong, not gonna lie, but yeah. Flamethrower. Grants Flamethrower. Releases a flame in the direction you're facing. Lasts 7 seconds. Applies a debuff that deals 75 DPS and slows for 3 seconds. Sets trees on fire that eventually die after 5 seconds. Okay. I assume the fire can't spread from trees. That's funny that you can burn trees with it. This seems like a good ability. Do we really want to have a look at this? They just stole that from Link. Oh, did they? Alright. Tinker. Scepter rework. Upgrades your laser into a shrink ray, causing it to have 400 cast range and reduces the enemy model size and current health values by 20%. Stacks. Laser bounces once on the furthest target up to 700 range from the primary target. Prioritizes heroes. And defense matrix. Targets an allied unit. Okay, we'll have to look at this. Targets an allied unit, applying a barrier to them that blocks the next 200 damage and provides 40% status resistance. Barrier lasts up to 10 seconds or until the damage is consumed. So, I think the basic idea here is that you rearm this new ability, right? And also the shrink ray. Come here, Stinker. Oh my god, there's still so much to go. God. Valve. Look, the thing is, we have been here for 3 hours looking at this shit, right? And we are a bunch of nerds that care a lot about it. We really want to know. Now imagine you're just a casual Dota player and Valve drops this patch on you. Do you even read it? Do you even care? Do you even bother? Isn't it just way too much for you to really process? Alright. I don't think I would bother. I think it would just be way too much. Alright. So we do this. And then we shrink these nerds. I gotta say, this is very funny though. You guys are very small. It does stack independently, so really the only way we can make people super small is by doing this. They're very small now. Wait, but does this make clicking them harder? No, it doesn't change the collision here. No, it does. Oh, it does make the clicking them kind of hard. Alright, well, I guess they're very small now. And then we have this defense matrix, which I'm gonna cast here and then do this. And yes, you can rearm it. So that's kind of the point here. It just gives Tinker like a defensive ability. Yeah, seems good. I mean, honestly, seems like something Tinker can get a lot of use out of. Tiny. So, grants craggy exterior. Oh, okay, sure. Provides a 20% chance to stun the enemies. Stun the enemy for 1 second, deal 100 damage when a physical attack impacts your hero. Works against enemies within 400 range. Procs after an attack impacts and does not affect spell immune enemies. Hey, Craggy is back. Overgrowth now interrupts targets again. Nature's Guise. Causes Nature's Guise to root enemies upon attacking. Roots them for 1 second, deals a total of 200 damage. 200 damage is actually pretty chunky. Lasts an extra a second when attacking near a tree. Okay. Troll Warlord, Scepter rework. Causes ranged access to dispel enemies and melee access to dispel yourself. Reduces cooldown from 9 to 4 and mana cost by half. Now that seems good. I didn't like the old Arganims so much. I think it was flavorful, but also... Wait, no, the old Arganims wasn't flavorful. Old Arganims was nonsense. Sorry, I was thinking that the Arganims was just the ultimate. No, I like the ultimate. I think the Arganims that they added was complete fucking nonsense. It's a flavor disaster and doesn't make any sense on Troll. This is still a flavor disaster, but at least it makes sense on Troll. Casting Battle Trance now gives you a global aura that gives allied heroes, including yourself, plus 60 attack speed. Okay. So you bring back the old ultimate again. This is something they did with a lot of stuff. Really, we're just kind of like, okay, we need an ability for Troll. What do we do? Just give him his old ultimate. Just give him his old ultimate. Okay. Task. War's Kick now targets a direction and kicks the closest enemy unit to you within 250 radius. Prioritizes heroes. And then Frozen Sigil. Oh, you get Frozen Sigil back. I kind of want to see what this War's Kick like works like. Right? I mean, Frozen Sigil. We know what Frozen Sigil is, right? Do I have to go through Frozen Sigil? It's just Frozen Sigil. It's the old ability. Alright. Axe. Free spell. So this, I can just kick. I can just kind of like kick wherever I want to, right? And if you're standing next to me, I can kick you there. That makes this way more powerful. I mean, it's another displacement thing. Dude, you're gonna play Dota now, right? After this patch, you'll be playing Dota and you'll just be yeeted all over the place. You're just gonna be yeeted everywhere. Tusk is gonna yeet you and freaking Archwarden is gonna yeet you now. Like, it's just every ability in the game is just tossing people around the place. And you're not gonna know who it was because there's 50 million illusions in play. I don't know, dude. Dark Rift can now be cast on allied heroes with Aghanims. Oh, that is actually kind of juicy, though. Dude, that's kind of sick. Alright. Firestorm can be self-targeted. When used that way, the Firestorm follows you around. Also causes Firestorm to heal you for 15% of the damage values. Reduces cast point by half. Does it always heal or only when it's self-targeted?
Finally able to catch a stream. Hope everything is going well.
Hey, thank you, dude. Yep, everything's going great. We're just working our way through this. So I can cast this and then it heals me, right? Which I guess is nice. Like, I have no beef with this. The faster cast point is way faster, by the way. It feels really good. And then this. And yes, it does still heal you. It does still heal you. See, this is a healing effect on a demon hero that to me makes sense. Right? He heals himself with the Firestorm. And like, yeah, cool. That, you know, I feel like I can see that. No. Undying. Increases decay radius by 100 and spawns a zombie around each hero target. And how long do the zombies last? So this seems really good. Do the zombies just last forever? Is this just a thing? Do they just like hang out? How long does one of these zombies last? Alright, so first of all, the AoE is huge. This is really strong. And then you do this. No, they have a duration. It's just pretty long. That is a pretty hefty duration, I'm not gonna lie. This seems like a very powerful effect, I have to say. This seems good. Ursa. Every 6 Fury Swipe on a single target causes Ursa to get enraged for 1 second. Does it purge? Enrage purges, right? So does this purge? Oh, well, what's gonna happen now? Okay, strange. It's a strong dispel. Alright, level 2 max. Get a shard. I need a debuff. What's a debuff? Guess that counts. Give bots item. Skadi probably works as well. So let's see if our Skadi ever gets interrupted. Oh, you can't purge Skadi anyway. Apparently you can't purge Skadi. Okay, well I didn't know that. Alright. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, next hit is gonna do it. Give bots item orchid. Here's this. No, it does not purge that. And you can purge orchid. So it's not a dispel. Well, then it seems kind of bad, honestly. Yeah. Okay. Well, if it was display, like it doesn't really make any sense to me that it doesn't display. Test with Axe. Axe doesn't affect the dispel. All right. I mean, like I can do it if you guys want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Orchid. No. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like it would matter. 1 second is just not enough. Like, I know that Enrage is good. I guess if you build up enough attacks... Oh my god. Ursa just became a top tier custom hero clash hero though. Right? This is just perma Enrage for custom hero clash. You just enraged the whole time. Okay. So, Venge. Upon death, creates a strong illusion of you that can cast all of your spells and deals 100% damage and takes 100% damage. Illusion has 30% movement speed bonus. If the illusion is alive when you respawn, you will take its place. Experience earned by your illusion is given to your hero. Oh, okay. Alright. That's kind of neat, so you kind of have to kill you twice. Breath of Terranor deals 25% of enemy hero's base damage and grants you as a base damage. Okay. Venomous Gale. Venomous Gale summons 2 Plague Wards when it impacts enemy heroes and increases travel distance. I don't like these when they're just moving talents into this, right? That just feels lame. I feel like... Okay, can I... I don't like the Aghanim's shards. Sorry. I don't really get the point of them. The problem I see is that a lot of heroes in the game, still, frankly speaking, had pretty boring talent trees. What you should prioritize is making sure that the talent trees are good and then the Aghanim's effects for the heroes are good. Right? That's where you can kind of do a lot of exploring with the uniqueness and the design space for a lot of these heroes. But what this new Aghanim's shard thing really does is it makes it so that now you're just taking abilities from the talent tree and putting them into the Aghanim's shard, making the talent tree less interesting, and then also making it so that something interesting you could now get natively is now required to be purchased, and only after 20 minutes into the game, making the Aghanim's shard not really that interesting. Personally, I don't really get it. I feel like you could have just kept exploring the talents, kept exploring the Aghanim Scepters, and these shards, to me, don't really add anything, right? Maybe there's a balance reason that I don't know about. In that case, okay, sure. But from a design point of view, I don't really like these very much. I think they're going to be a little bit of fun, but long term, I think what they do is they make the game very complicated by adding even more stuff in, and it's going to make it even more difficult for a new player to pick it up, because now every hero in the game has a new ability that you also need to learn. And it just bloats the game by adding more options, more things that are happening that you all need to keep in mind while playing. Generally speaking, when designing anything, the golden rule is to reduce and minimize as much as possible. And I just don't see that here. And I think that's not really that great. Hey, Crazy Rock 95, thank you very much for the 18 months. And SWP Shade, thank you for the 4 months. So yeah. But any time put into the Aghanim shards from the game mode is wasted? No, it's not. If you want to reuse those, just put them in a talent tree. You have this perfectly good talent tree. Just put, like, why couldn't any of these just be in the talent tree? I mean, a lot of them used to be. Right? Is there any good reason why Wave of Terror deals damage couldn't be part of the talent tree? Or why Fury Swipes causes Enrage couldn't be part of the talent tree? I know that maybe, like, again, there might be some issues with snowballing and balance and whatnot, but you can tackle these issues separately. Right? These are not the same issue. These are separate issues. And, yeah, I don't know. It's not what I would have done. Poison Attack. Poison Attack now also lowers armor by 1.5 per stack. Increases max stacks by 2. Well, that seems very good. Also, Never-Toxin doesn't silence anymore, but it has like no cooldown. What's the cooldown of it right now? Isn't the cooldown of it already pretty low? 14 seconds. And you, wow, you can get this down to 3 seconds cooldown. That's like nothing, dude. Right, and lasts 8 seconds? So just like this, you can just like fucking yeet this all over the place? Well, this seems pretty strong. I mean, the silence, of course, is way more powerful, but the silence was also really frustrating. I don't know. But I think that's the point of Dota. Freedom for your hero. Compare Dota hero freedom to our limited LoL heroes. Our options, I think, is advantage of Dota, but it does make the game hard. But you may notice that the thing that you're pointing out as an advantage for Dota existed before they bloated the game with even more items and abilities and whatnot that they all need to keep in mind. Right? You can't have freedom without adding a million options. In fact, adding a million options oftentimes lowers the freedom. Alright? Because what you do is you overload how much people can keep in mind. There's a term for it, and I don't remember what it is right now. But there's basically only so many things people can consider while making a choice. And once you push past that point, people stop making choices, right? You might think that the best way to make it so that some choice product, no, that's not it. But basically, like you might think that the best way to give people a lot of options is to just give them as many options as possible. You give them a shelf full of 100 things to choose from. Well, it turns out if you give people a shelf full of 100 things to choose from, they will choose to not choose because it becomes too much. If you give them a shelf full of 5 things to choose from, then they will actually choose because now it's manageable. All right? It's not so simple to just say, just keep adding. If you keep adding, eventually you don't make any choices anymore. All right, Visage. Scepter rework. Grants you the ability Silent as the Grave. Turns you and familiars invisible and 20% bonus movement speed. As well as upgrading your movement type to flying. When you or your familiars exit invisibility, you deal 30% bonus damage for 4 seconds. Okay. That's 35 seconds. So it's like a vendetta. But for you and your birds. Allows you to cast Gravekeeper's Cloak to turn into stone form. That's funny. You get a stone form as well. That's cool. I like it. Void Spirit. Adds a partial outer ring to disseminate. Oh, okay. Wow, that is very big. Shadow Word. Shadow Word now provides plus 20% minus 20% movement speed. Okay. And Shadow Word AoE to 500. That's big. Okay, guys, remember what a Shadow Word AoE used to be? Alright, try to keep that in mind, alright? Yeah, this is what Shadow Word AoE is now. This is huge! Holy shit, 500 AoE is massive. Especially with the slowing thing. I can see this actually being pretty good. Okay. Weaver. Causes the swarm to latch onto and reveal invisible units. Causes Germinate attack to also launch an extra attack onto other enemies within 1200 range of the attack target that have beetles attached to them. Reduces the swarm cooldown by 4 seconds. So this is incredible, right? This is like a top tier ability. Yeah. Okay, well this seems really, really strong. Main range, a power shot. A power shot now becomes global, but after reaching its default range, it only affects heroes, maximum 1 hero. Impacted hero will be killed if they are under 13% health after taking the impact damage. Kill threshold scales based on power shot channel duration. Oh, okay. So you can use this to snipe people. That's what this is for. This is just so you can buy this and then create a 360 trickshot montage about how you sniped somebody before they got into their fountain. I mean, sure, I guess. Again, I feel like this could be a talent. I don't know why this wouldn't be a
Was it the
talent.
thing you were referring to called analysis paralysis? Also GL with Chroma.
Hey, Nalo too. Thank you for the 29 months. Analysis paralysis. I think I've heard that before. I think it has like a more scientific term. Right? What I was referring to. I think it has like, there's some scientific proper term that isn't just like a nice rhyme. Alright? But anyway. Winter Wyvern. Arctic Burn upgrade also increases your movement speed. Oh, don't buff Arctic Burn, Arctic Burn Scepter. Why don't you keep us custom hero Clash players in mind? When Cold Embrace ends, a Splinter Blast goes off at that location, hitting enemies within 1200 range. Okay, sure. Voodoo Switcheroo. Now this one is fun. Grants Voodoo Switcheroo. Turns you into the Death Ward for 2 seconds. Death Ward has minus 30 attack speed. You are hidden and vulnerable during this time. Cooldown 70 seconds. You can just become a ward. Wait, can I cast a ward while I am a ward? Alright, I think this one we're gonna have to do some texting. Texting? Testing. Dude, we've been at this for so long, my brain is dead. Rest in peace. Alright, we'll get this bad boy, and we'll get this bad boy, right? So, if I click this button, I become a ward. Oh, I can't do anything while I'm a ward. Oh, that's a little disappointing. I was hoping I could still do stuff. But I guess not. Oh, this does like no damage anyway. Does Switcheroo bounce? Yes. Yeah, it does just work like a normal ward. But I don't know. So it's not you don't get to double Death Ward. That's a little disappointing. Wraith King, rework Mortal Strike. It is now a passive cooldown critical strike ability. Crit 270%, cooldown 4 seconds. Reworked Vampiric Aura. Now called Vampiric Spirit. Provides you with 34% life. You can be activated to summon skeletons. Same number as when it was on Mortal Strike. Skeletons also have the Vampiric Spirit ability. Scepter upgrade now buffs Wraith units. With 75 attack speed and 25% movement speed. What are Wraith units? Okay. Valve, what are Wraith units? The skeletons, well, it doesn't say it here. There's no mention of Wraith units anywhere in this text. What are Wraith units? Scepter upgrade no boss Wraith units with 75 attacks and 25% movement speed. It's the Aghanim's ghosts. Ah, so this doesn't replace the Aghanims. So it's not the skeletons then. So it wasn't that obvious. And you guys got confused too. Right? This isn't about the skeletons. It's about the reincarnated heroes. The heroes that are being kept alive through the Aghanim's effect. That Aghanim's effect is not being changed. It's sticking around. This is just an additional bonus to it. Come on. I feel like he could have written that text a bit clearer. Reincarnation. Causes reincarnation to not have a mana cost and spawns 3 skeletons to attack each nearby enemy hero when reincarnation is triggered. Wait, 3 skeletons per hero or just 3 skeletons total? Did you really have to include a clip of a Drow Ranger slowly dying to 3 skeletons instead of showing us how this works with multiple heroes? Okay. Well, aren't you guys glad we spent 50 seconds looking at this Drow Ranger dying? Alright, level up to max. Aghanim's Shard. So, now we, fucking eat this guy. So it is 3 skeletons total? No, it is 3 skeletons per guy. Right, there's 6 skeletons right now. You know, Valve, that maybe would have been nice to include. Just saying. It's mentioned. No, it does say, right? Each nearby enemy hero, right? It does mention it, but I feel like you could have used the time spent on Drow Ranger fighting these skeletons to actually show us how this works when you have multiple heroes nearby. Because what you're now saying is that clearly I need to trust what Valve is saying when they're writing these patch notes. Right? And I'm just saying that you can't make that argument. You can't make that argument that these patch notes are unambiguous. They are not unambiguous. So. Okay. Zeus. Static field. Can be cast to perform a heavenly jump, shocking the closest nearby visible hero. Within 2000 range, dealing static field damage to them, reducing the movement speed by 100% for 2.5 seconds. If you are moving forward, you will jump towards the direction 450 distance. So this guy is literally Mario now. He even does the arm up. 2000 range is pretty big though. You have to see them, so it's not actually that crazy. But I guess it's like a disable for Zeus. 100 mana cost is pretty hefty. Okay. I think that's it. I think we're done. That only took 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm not reading this. Oh god, okay. Satanic no longer provides status resistance. HP region increased from 1.6, no longer has out of to 1.6 has no longer has out of combat region. Requires Voodoo masks and gives spell lifesteal. Now requires Evolence instead of Voodoo masks. No longer provides spell lifesteal, and you get Evolence bonuses. Okay. This is actually a big deal for custom hero clash. Right. Anything crazy interesting? No. Okay. Wait, that's the cat. Hello. We are done. Do you now see why I didn't do like a weirdness of video? Because honestly, in the previous weirdness of videos, all of this shit would have made the cut. Well, not all of it, but like 99% of it. There was just no way to make this quick. There's no way. So I'm just gonna fucking upload this shit. And then we're gonna go out and play some of the Hoodwink. And then we'll just leave it at that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a rating on the video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.